hear myself through my headphones. Yes, man. Like, I feel real good about this right now.
Pay attention, because you are now listening to Permission to Speak Freely.
Hey, it's our anniversary, y'all. I'm sorry for wasting the first minute of y'all's time. Get y'all shot glasses ready.
Yeah, man. Let's go.
That's the thing, right?
That's the thing, bro. I ain't gonna say what time it is right now, but it's all good. You know what I mean?
Yeah. We gonna have to pause it at some point because I'm chilling my joint. I had to get my joint today. I don't really have nothing, so I had to go get something from the store. But I think we're gonna take more than one shot this episode, maybe.
We do. I might have to go get something else too. I might have to bring mine in.
I only got 2 loaded, half ones. I ain't trying to be getting too crazy. So
yeah, it's early, but we gonna do it, man. Hey, is the shutdown over?
Man, hey, look, I ain't heard nothing official, man. I've been hearing Facebook. Facebook says over. Instagram says it's over.
Oh, no,
but ain't nothing officially.
It's official sources. It's news sources speaking on it.
Okay.
Why you say no, Aaron? I'm interested in you. Why you say no? What did
NPR
been
passed through Senate. What did NPR say? Nothing's been through Senate. President hasn't, approved nothing. So no, they've made movement, and they meaning, a couple outliers and one party, but it's not over.
So it's looking like it's gonna be over.
Yes.
Yeah, it's looking like it's about to be over.
Yeah.
All right. I don't know.
Once you start hearing stuff like that, it start going in that direction. Hopefully soon after that, man, they go ahead and,
Yeah.
This ties into Do Better I have, if I get to say it, but you still might have me on Do Better probation, so I don't know.
You ain't, but I'm telling to the listeners, this episode ain't getting edited. To the listeners, to Damon and Aaron, this episode ain't getting edited. This shit is probably coming out 10 minutes after we record it. Like, this episode coming out today, so it ain't no edits.
Straight raw, man.
Yeah, so Aaron,
straight raw, man.
Do your thing, man. Do your thing. It's going out. It's going out, man.
Well, I don't have no migraines, so Damon can't come from my neck no more. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I had you, man. I love you, man, but you was on my neck last week, man. You ain't here, man.
No, that was Dumbo, man. I was just following him, Aaron. I was just following Dumbo.
Play through the pain, man.
My man Stephen Cole, Lieutenant Cole, he shot me in this meme, camera on paid in full. Cats get migraines every day, B. Like, what you saying?
Yes.
I did it. Man, I had some flu games, but we're going to talk about that. And when we talk about our anniversary, I had some flu games, bro. Hey, for the listeners, I want to say this, man. Welcome to Permission to Speak Freely, episode 166. This is a podcast about beards. It's a podcast about beards. That's all we talk about every single episode. 165 episodes have been devoted to talking about how beards and the policy right now to get rid of beards is racist. That's what it is. Yeah. So every episode that we've ever done is specifically just about how racist the beard policy is. That's all we talk about every single episode is how racist the policy against beards is. That's all we do here at Permission to Speak Freely, guys.
I'm assuming something got under Dumbo's skin with that one, man. It got on your skin a little bit, Dumbo. What's
literally, right? Let's talk about it for a little bit, right? So we had an episode. We had Charles Johnson on the episode. Shout out to Charles Johnson. And he talked about, from the gate, we coming with smoke. It's our anniversary. I don't care about that. We got some business right now. What Kendrick say to Drake? I'm surprised you gave me that feature request. You know that we had some shit to address. So let's talk a little bit. I've been getting a lot of people frustrated that we had a episode about, not a lot of people, just 2 people. A lot of people liked it. So I'm only talking to 2 people. But Aaron, though, you had an issue while we were recording the episode with some words that were being used. And I don't think we ever got to your issue, while we were recording. I don't even know if you remember it, but it was with the way something was being phrased. Maybe it was me phrasing it or something and calling it a problem or something. I don't know. But so we did an episode with Charles Johnson, and his episode was about the bump serum, this product that he came up with to help with the bumps and the PFB bumps. So we put it out. We put out some clips. and got some comments. And I did screenshot some of those comments, and I might not have them anymore. Oh, no, I still got them. So somebody said, I know this ain't justifying the no shave shit bullshit going on right now. Like everybody's face just works the same and can be cured with one product. Right. And then somebody else, it's another one in here if I could find it. Maybe I can, maybe I can't. But so that was one of them. Oh, this one right here. It says, I get the marketing for a new company and product, but this issue is more than that. At some point, people have to stand their ground on medical issues, you know? So I got some issues, y'all, with that. And I wanted to prep for this, and I couldn't prep for this, right? But, my question is, are we talking, like, what are we talking about? Like, are we talking about having beards, or are we talking about not having PFB? Because to me, they two different, that seemed like it's two different conversations, right? So we did an episode a while ago with Dr. John Cordell about beards and what we thought about it. And what we thought about, like, not having them and all of that, right? We did that already. This episode was about PFB and getting rid of bumps. It wasn't about beards. And everybody that I'm talking to, the longer we have a conversation, it seems as if they advocating for beards, not to get rid of PFB, but just to have beards. And I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that. Is it, like, are we digging in the weeds to even be worrying about this shit? To me, yes. But again, like I said before, beard, you get a waiver for beards, and it's an exception to a policy. It is not the policy. So if somebody want to make a serum to find ways to actually get rid of PFB, the thing that people suffering with, then have at it. Like, and I think it's a good thing for us to share on our platform. I don't think that's a bad thing. I don't think we highlighting our support in anything else, or saying like, oh man, they kicking us out of our home, so let's just deal with it and build huts here or whatever. Like we're not fighting back. Like I'm not a beard advocate. Yeah, I need y'all to talk, because I'm gonna jump off a cliff if y'all don't say anything.
Well, yeah, hey, look, first, hey, Demo. First, man, can you, the first person that can you say that one again, what they said, the first one you said?
Yeah, so he said, I'm gonna go through the whole exchange now, just to kind of get some clarity. He said, I know this ain't justifying the no shave shit bullshit going on right now. Like, everyone's face works the same and can be cured with one product. So I said, everyone's face doesn't work the same. Skin isn't the same. Not even justifying anything, but endorsing the ability to shave with an option that may work for someone. Clip did two things: provided information and a resolution. Additionally, he gave me a pack to test out and see if it works for him. So then dude says, I personally think this is a nasty route to go. We know what the sec war is doing isn't right. I'm quoting somebody. It says, so the idea of suck it up and find a way instead of speaking against the clearly racist rule being put in place is crazy to me. The rule affects one demographic more than anyone else. Bro, now bro, on the pod, we can't speak against the sec war. Like, you know that. We can't do that. It's rules against that. We can't fucking do it. So then I said, we spoke about that with Dr. Cordell. We can also speak on alternatives for those that want to try. Maybe it'll work. A shaving waiver is an exception to a policy, not a policy. It's nothing wrong with pushing people onto an alternative that may be a solution. Also, something that can help deal with PFB. Feel you and appreciate your opinion, but it's nothing wrong with providing the alternative. And then he says something like, and getting rid of the exception of policy that disproportionately affects one group of people over another. Why is this okay? So then I said, is this a conversation about beards or PFB? We talk about finding a cure for PFB. That extends outside of the military. We did an entire episode about the beard policy with Dr. John Cordell. We did that. This one is about curing PFB. Some people do want a cure for PFB. And then he says, yeah, and I would wager most people who have it don't, right? So that's, again, just fighting to not have a cure, right? They don't want to be forced to try different medical treatments because of a racist policy change. It's like all people on TikTok typing in try magic shaving powder. and under everybody talking about the policy. It's dismissive to individuals who have it and supportive of a clear and obvious policy that is attacking one demographic. So then I said, I'll speak for myself. I have PFB on my neck. I don't want bumps on my neck. I prefer a beard and had a shaving profile for a while. I don't have one anymore. Even with the beard, I still don't want hair on my neck. I also don't want bumps. I'm going to try what this brother, who also was tired of bumps, made and see if it works. I feel you and thank you for your support. And then I said, I think you're seeing it from one side and I'm seeing it from a different side. And we're going to agree to have different opinions on this, which is okay. That's kind of how I ended that conversation.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, so to me, you're right, Damo. It was all about the beards and all that stuff, this whole conversation. That was not where we was going with the whole episode. Right. So and we're never gonna go there either, though, to tell you the truth. We're never gonna go against policy. If that's the policy, that's the policy. We're not here to if we out there and we're thinking because we're permission to speak freely, we're gonna go out there and somebody put something in the world, especially somebody, like SecNav, war, all that stuff, man. We're not finna come in and get crazy like that, man. Like, regardless of our opinions and regardless of what we think. And sometimes we have our opinions on things, right? But most of the time we have our opinions on things. It's been talked about. It's out there in the world, but we are not going to go against, policy and things like that, man. And that's just not what we're going to do.
And what's going to come out of that? Like what comes out of permission to speak freely advocating for beards? Except for us, get in trouble. It's nothing comes out of that. Nothing comes out of that. Now, what could come out of you using some shit to help you with your shit? Like things like you could actually not have your bumps anymore. Like something we know. And I've been using this shit for 2 weeks. You know what I mean? And I'm going to speak about it in a second, but I know what comes out of that. I don't know what comes out of just advocating for, to me, just advocating to have beards to me is stupid. It's not even like a smart choice to me. Like, it don't even make sense. Even all the people with pitchforks just for beards, when it's like, hey, well, this person coming up with a solution to get rid of the PFB, this hard ass to pronounce thing that seems like it's a problem and people are affected by it. Is it a problem or not? Come on, Aaron. Come on, yo.
Oh, all right. So first, I do not suffer from PFB. I just want to say that, right?
Right.
But my friends and my military family does, right? The name of the podcast is Permission to Speak Freely. It's not Speak Freely. As people of uniform, we don't get to say whatever we want, however we want, whenever we want. If we do, that's like the hill we choose to die on. Because like you said, you have repercussions. Also, like you said, this podcast is not the forum to enact change. Yes, the podcast is a following. Conversations from this podcast might carry in other rooms and bring up different experiences, but ultimately, the people on this podcast are not the policy advocates and makers. So the energy that some folks put in the comments, I can understand it. I can try to understand the best of my ability, but take some of that and put it towards, your force, your fleet, the MCPON leadership mess, your white paper, to your representative and your senators who I saw have written something towards the Secretary of War and other committees saying, hey, we believe in a professional appearance in our fighting force. However, this is quality of life and pain and potentially scarring our members in our veteran community. Could you please provide X, Y, and Z, studies, all these things? That's how you actually affect change, by talking to policymakers and people who are able to do it, whether in uniform or elected officials. And I'll talk later about how this is why I don't like it when people say I don't like or follow politics. Because guess what? Politics follows you and deals with you every day. So the podcast.
Follow politics.
Yeah, you're wrong for that. I don't agree with you.
Coming out with the smoke, man.
But permission to speak freely means just that. We have to ask for permission to speak freely. Doesn't mean we're scared to say anything. We can walk up to the line, but we can't cross that line. Yeah. But and don't come from, and hold up, and don't come from my guy like that, because yo, fuck out of here. That's that comment section courage for some people.
And then start a pod.
No more pods, please.
Start a pod. Make it about beards.
We got
every
no
episode.
podcast, man.
Dedicate every episode to in your podcast to beards. Because we done did it. The shit you asking us to do, the episode you asking us to do, we did it actually.
But
we already had it.
It's the easiest, most available thing to do is to grab the smart device that we make stupid and just shoot off. It's easy. We all do it. And I'm not mad or at the person who is passionate about it, because I don't want none of my people being scarred for life.
Yeah.
You know? I think they're playing in our face. Yes, you see a demographics who it affects.
Yeah.
Demographics. It affects Black men majority.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And, you know, the history of the country and everything, it's like, damn, another thing, you don't see the humanity of a person? What are we talking about?
Yeah. So, but if y'all want us to like talk about shit, it's funny, I just deleted the Sydney Sweeney shit where she was like, if I want to talk about something, I'm gonna talk about it what I want to, or whatever she said. But
yeah,
if y'all want us to
did what she wanted, she punked out. Yeah.
If y'all want us to talk about shit, we could talk about how like it's a percentage of sailors in the military that's receiving SNAP benefits or WIC and like not getting paid enough money and shit like that. Like I get on the line about shit like that, but I'm not about to get on the line every day about a beard policy it's been exceptions to the rules for a while. Like we about to have Operation Shave at my command, where we pull up everybody that don't have a no shave shit that just ain't fucking shaving. You know what I mean? Like we about to do that. Like so, and for me, some of that attitude perpetuates where they think it's people just like juking the system when it come to that. Some of that like attitude, like, man, if I had PFB and I have it on my neck, shit, I'd be happy for a breakthrough serum. Like, oh shit, there's some shit to get rid of these bumps. I don't gotta get lasered. I could get rid of these bumps. I gotta shave while I'm in, and then when I get out, I go my beard, whatever like that. I get my beard on the weekends or whatever. Like, I don't understand what the big fight is. You know, this ain't.
Once again, I do not suffer from PFB, but we see the pictures, we see the folks day to day, if they do the things, and the outrage, the pissed offness is you can see it and it hurts. And for some people, they don't give a damn. And that's extremely frustrating.
Yeah. So,
I imagine that is extremely frustrating.
So I can only speak for myself, right? I'm only speaking for myself. I had my bumps and shit was like way worse, right? I had way worse bumps than this. A couple of lifestyle changes, because I want to say some shit, but I don't want to come off as sensitive, man. But a couple of lifestyle, I don't think PFB is a permanent, not for everybody. For some people, yes. But it ain't comparative to cancer for everybody, right? It's something that is a reason why we have it, right? Some of those things that might happen, those occurrences that might happen could be why it gets worse. It's a reason why we have it. And that's why in a second, I'm going to advocate a little for the serum, but not just his serum, because Respected Roots got something too, and a couple other people got things. But mine ain't what it used to be, you know? So it was things I started doing different. Like I started using different razors. I only used the same razor twice. I started doing different shit. That's not going to work for every single person 100%. It's some people who really got the shit, like who really got something else that's doing all that, trying all that. But when I was giving me all them creams and shit, I wasn't really trying all that shit. Like I wasn't even trying it. You know, I wasn't doing the shit, the work and all that shit. Like I honestly just wasn't doing it, you know? Now let me get into, you got anything else on that, Damon, before I move to the bump serum?
Nah, go ahead, Demo.
All right. So Charles sent me a trial pack of the bump serum. I don't know if it's a trial pack or the actual product, but everything's kind of small, right? So I'm assuming it's a trial pack. The shaving cream is soap in it, right? So that's good. It's soap and a shaving cream. And the way I've been using it was I wash and make sure, even if I wash up at night or in the morning, I make sure I wash up first. Make sure I shave my head first, and then I go to shave off a wet, like I wet my face or whatever like that. I put the shaving cream on my face or the soap or whatever you call it, shaving gel, but it's soap. So I put it on my face and I shave. it says to go with the grain. I go against the grain. I just don't like shaving with the grain because I feel like I still got way too much hair on my face, right? So I shave, right? And then I put the aftershave on and that shit. So the shaving cream got soap in it, right? And I guess for what the context, and I think Respected Roots is doing the same thing, is the context of this is like, he said it on an episode, Charles, the soap is cleaning your shit while you shaving and cleaning the razor, right? Which that shit just makes sense to me. Like it makes sense. So shave the soap shit. Then you got to dry it off all the way. You dry that shit off. You dry your face off. Then you put the aftershave on, bros. This aftershave shit, it got alcohol or something in it. This shit hurt. Bro, the first time, like, I wish you would have said that on the pod, bro, or said that anywhere. Like, this shit, and even on the video, like, when I watched him do it, like, he ain't reacted. Every time I dab this shit on my head, I'd be like, all right, here I go. This shit burns every time, bro. When you shave, you kind of, every now and then you might cut like a small type shit. This shit burns, bro. Like, I'd be like, So
you remember in Don't Be a Menace? He was like, I got some of the girls that you smell good.
Yeah, just like that. So then I'll put that on. So boom, it makes sense now, right? So what does alcohol do? It closes your shit anyway, right? So like, this is like purely like, honestly, like at this point, it just seemed like apparent. So the alcohol, it closes the shit. And then the last thing is like a cream. And the cream is more binding. So the cream closes the shit up even more. So I just don't see how. And then it helps that it's cream because the alcohol draws you out. So then you put the cream on, and it's called securing cream or something like that to secure the shit even more. So like, and I don't really. So my shit, I wish we could give it to somebody who got like worse PFB. Mine was like only on my neck, and like I took a before picture. I'm gonna take an after picture, probably like before the work week start. It don't seem that bad. Like it seemed like it's good. If my shit was worse, I would have a better thought. But it seemed like it's working. You know what I'm saying? Like my neck is a lot smoother than it was when I started using it. So I think it might be straight. It's worth a shot. Like, and this ain't the only. And I like just to like kind of get out of like if I'm promoting his shit. Respected Roots does it too. This ain't the only entity that has a product that's trying to focus on getting rid of bumps. That's made for the black dudes that's listening, that's made by other black dudes. Like it's not like, you know what I mean? So, I mean, that's that right there.
Yeah. You know what? One more thing on these bumps, man. I remember when I came in, bro, I was trying my best to shave and stuff. That what jacks me up, man. Like in the beginning, like when I first started shaving, I was using the wrong shit and it fucked my face up, bro. Right? Mm-hmm. So now the only thing I use to shave is an edger, right? And for me, that edger works for me, bro. So that's all I shave with. I got an edger. Because I cut my own hair too. So my edge, I got one edger just made just for, that's all I do with it, is just shave with it. That's it. Yeah. And then I got one I do when I cut my hair and stuff. But yeah, man, that works for me. And I found something that works. Now, if I would have kept using that little razor dry, whatever they do, man, that shit, it effed me up real bad. Like one time after that, I could stop using that shit.
I shave before you go, Aaron. I had like when I first cut my shit bald, my man, dog. You know what I mean? I had bumps. My neck was bad. All my shit. I had to call my pop, who had a bald head since I remember, and his joint always been smooth. The first time, I'm like, who the best person to call? I call my pop. He's like, I don't do that shit. This is what I do, right? And he told me because I use shaving cream and all that shit on my head. I was watching like, no offense, I was watching like, you think about the movies, watching the white boys do it. They put the shaving cream on their head and shit. So I'm like, I do that. Put the Gillette on the head. I call my pop. He's like, I don't do none of that shit. He's like, I just put some water on my shit. That's how my pop takes some water on my shit and shave it. And then I put some essentially enriched Nivea on my shit. And from then on, I did exactly what he said. And I never got to worry about that again. Sometimes is what we do too. What you saying,
Aaron? For me, I know that I got to step my game up because I'm supposed to be in these rooms, CMC, I got a voice, I got a platform. I step up. I was about to say I charge and challenge anyone to use their voice to write and talk to the people, the policymakers, but I'm not doing enough. So for me, I need to step my game up, read, talk to people and advocate and push things to say, hey, this is how it's affecting us. What's the way forward? Exceptions to policy, all that. So for me, as leadership and a person of influence, right?
Mm-hmm.
I need to step up for my people and my peers that are affected by this.
Yeah. I would ask you in what ways, but let's let that simmer. But since we talk about not shaving, I'm interested in y'all's like you don't come to the all hands list. You know
That's
what I mean? Like
crazy.
you have an all hands, right? Who y'all don't want to see there, yo? What's up? Who y'all don't want to see in the all hands? Give me your list, David. Who y'all want to see in the all hands?
Man, you know what? When it comes to all hands, man, the worst thing for me, man, especially working in a community that does a lot of work, like maintenance and stuff. Man, you coming in with that trashy ass uniform and you at the all hands is crazy, man. Like you got your shit cut up. You got your shit straight dirty. And then you want to get in the front. You want to be right there in the middle and everybody to first see you. So I think the uniform thing to me, man, is the first thing. Cause I feel like you come to a all hands call, man, I feel like that uniform should be squared away. Cause you know about it. We ain't doing no freaking all hands call all of a sudden. Right? I mean, you probably know about this thing by the week. You know what I'm saying? At least you know it's coming. So I think the uniform thing, man, I kind of know where this topic going, but but that's crazy to even think about, man. But for me, it's uniforms though. Appearance.
What's up with you, Aaron? What's your don't come to the all hands? It's an all hands. You're going through. You all hands. You know, you're a fleet. You're going to a ship. You're a fleet. You're going to speak to sailors. You know who you don't want at the all hands.
I'm now Fleet Master Chief Aaron Paul now.
Yeah, Fleet Aaron Paul.
Yeah, that would never happen. Never happen.
Who don't you want at the all hands?
I want everybody there, man. Going back to the uniform thing. I'm not on as hard. If I'm like on, let's say I'm Fleet and I hit this DDG and we're on the folks or whatever, right? And I see, OD, come up there and they fresh from work and then they getting after it. I don't mind seeing somebody with some dirt if they just got together, they got fresh from doing they dirt. But if it's something that's planned well in advance, don't come looking crazy, looking shabby.
Mm-hmm.
So I say
no beards. Don't come asking something that's like that we can't handle. Like, what are your thoughts on the president? What? Can't have nothing to do with that. Don't ask dumb questions. I believe there are dumb questions. Yeah,
there are. So don't come with dumb questions, and that's my one thing.
Man, that was an edit.
Nah, let it ride, man.
Let it ride, Demo.
You C-Macking CMC things, man. You C-Macking.
Call from work, man. This new job gonna have interruptions in the pod, man.
C-Macking's an everyday thing. CMC's everyday thing, man.
Yeah, so the don't comes. I don't have, just like the church, man. Anybody, come as you are. That's how I am with my all hands, yo. Come as you are, man. If you come to the all hands, man, come on. Come and get this bread of life, man. Let's talk. You know what I mean? That's me right there, dog. Hey, so, all right, look. What for the listeners, we missed y'all, right? We took a week off and we really missed y'all for real. We started
Some took longer, right?
Yeah, most definitely.
Some people took longer off, right? Because of migraines and stuff, man.
We took the core, for the core listeners, you know what I mean? Like, the guys, man. We were here. I don't know where the team was here, bro. Like, I don't know, like, where was you at? You couldn't show up. You had a little migraine. Pass the ball, bro. Like you come in the game, just pass the ball, get an assist or two, man. Do a little putback, your little putback layup, bro.
Damon said, Aaron, a guy coming from my neck.
Hey, show up in your suit. Watch the game, bro.
Hey, man,
like, you ain't even in the stadium. My God.
Even Ben Simmons comes to the game. You know what I'm saying?
I thought he probably had a long night or something. Yeah. That's what I was thinking, man. It might have been a night, man. I don't know. You know what I mean?
You wouldn't be the first one to just sit through an episode and not talk, bro. Hey, for the listeners, we had an episode that we couldn't put out this year. It had a guest. Shout out to him. Seemed like a really great person. He had a really great story, but his issue was his voice. Like that was a part of his story. And we just couldn't put the episode out because it just didn't work, y'all. And I wish I could say more about it. And it's a powerful story, but it just, shout out to them, to that team and everybody like that.
Yeah.
But that's like one of the only episodes we had to shelf this year.
Yeah. Somebody else just need to tell that story. It's a good, like you said, that was a good story. Somebody else need to tell it though.
Yeah, you need somebody else to tell it. So, what y'all been up to? Let's do that. What y'all been up to?
Well, hey, for me, man, I had a pretty good week, man. I've been doing some, working on the rankings, first class rankings, man. I've been working on the evals, seeing Sailor of the Year boards, doing with C-Mac stuff, dude, man. Actually, man, I don't, not one of my favorite things to do, man, but I did have my first, since I've been here, my first DRB, man. And it's all about that good order and discipline, man. So I think it went pretty good, man. I think, but I also want to throw shots out to my mess on that too, man, because when you in the aviation community, man, like, aircrafts is like the priority, man. But I tell you what, man, everybody showed up, man. You know what I mean? For the Sailor of the Year stuff, everybody was there. And then for DRBs and stuff, everybody there. Didn't have to look for nobody, didn't have to ask nobody. We just where they need to be at, man. And then my last thing, man, we went through one of the big inspections for aviation. It's pretty much their big inspection, man. And I'm gonna give a shout out to those guys, man. We passed, and I'm here to tell you that them inspectors ain't messing around, man, when it comes to aviation stuff, man. I kind of know why, man. We talking about, pilots and flying and all that stuff. So it's a pretty hard inspection. So I'm gonna give a shout out to them. But I tell you what, man. It's good to be not being in like me on the sideline watching everybody do their business, man. You know what I mean? I ain't in the fight like that, bro. I gotta say,
advisory position.
Yes, bro. Hey. So I salute you guys, man. Yeah. Do your thing, man. Do your thing. So, other than that, man, I had a pretty good week, man. I lost about 5 pounds, man. And the only reason I'm giving Dumbo some love on this one, man. The reason why I lost 5 pounds, man, is because the episode before, man, Dumbo had the camera all in my face, and I was like, God damn, I need to lose a couple pounds, man.
I had the camera.
Yeah. Hey, look, my face was like big as a damn screen. And
it's gonna be like that this episode. It's gonna be like that. That's how you set your camera up, dog. I ain't got nothing to do with that. Didn't I say that when we started?
Yeah, man. Hey, I had the freaking, man, I ain't that okay, yeah.
It's fine, bro. If you look at me and Aaron, like, we look small, but you know what I mean?
You're right.
Hey, Mississippi Stand Up, David Banner, Big Face Entertainment. You know what I'm saying?
And Dumbo, man, on his head. Hey, Aaron, that's pretty quick on your feet, bro. Big Face Entertainment, baby. That was pretty good, man. Oh shit! Yeah, man. That's how my week went, man. That's how my week.
Me, it's the same, man. Ranking boards, SOI notifications. That was awesome. I might try to get one of my soys as a guest on the pod. Just a very interesting story. Hopefully, I can get a book with Tyra. The DRB things, man. I've had a lot, man. I'm tired of DRBs, man.
Yeah.
I got a quadruple header on Thursday coming, man. Quadruple header. And these is crazy. I'm gonna tell you offline, but you got cats making diss records on each other and releasing them.
Oh my God.
And I'm like, you know what? If I could play this like on some Rico Young Thugs of a DRB, I just might. I'm like, nah. Like, remember Denzel on Training Day? Nah. You said But yeah, man, my people work hard, but they got some cats who. That's crazy, man. When I tell y'all offline about this is part of the CMAC Chronicles, man. You're gonna be like, that's crazy.
Hey, this CMAC term, y'all, that y'all been using, I never heard it, man.
Me either, man.
Yeah, me and my guy Rev use it. Rev Ponder, CMC Stan Ponder, we use it every morning. What's up, bro? Hey, another day CMACing, man.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I like it.
I like it. A couple cats, CMACing, All
right, so we missed a couple weeks, so last Sunday, not the Sunday that just passed, but the last one, my sellers were displaced from the barracks that they live in, right? So if anybody knows the history of my sellers, the current history is they were displaced from the barracks they lived in already and moved to Bethesda. And actually, Aaron's soldiers were a part of this too. Actually, I saw Aaron at 1900 on a Sunday night on his base. Because we were getting our sellers and soldiers out of the building that they were in. And I want to go into a lot of detail about a lot of things about that. But like Aaron said early, it's called permission to speak freely, right? And some of this shit I want to talk about, I ain't about to say. If I want to say it, I'll say it to a person. And I've done things already to not have to say that. But what I will say is this. The same way I've been now a part of 2 different evolutions of sellers being displaced twice and having to move to hotels and shit like that. I've been a part of 2. I've known at least 12 people that have been a part of one way or another being displaced from either their barracks or home or wherever. I've seen it more than once. And I'm going to assume that you guys have seen it at least once or more than once, right? I'm going to say this. The same way we practice for hurricanes, we do hurricanes and things like that. I think we need to practice for what happens if 200 sellers need to move out of a barracks.
Facts.
230 soldiers need to move out of a barracks. We need to be ready for that. That needs to be some drumbeat, grab the checklist and let's do it. The way that this was executed was not like that. My sellers were sitting idle in a barracks lobby luckily it was a Sunday night football on, but I like I said, I ain't going to go too deep into that. It's a whole, I got a lot of issues with the way that was executed. Even leading up to this week where I had to have a conversation about who knows that this happened and that this is happening? Because I feel like some shit like this, and I could be off. I feel like some shit like this, the CNO should at least know. Should have at least heard about. McPon should at least heard about it, especially for some of the things that's still happening or some of the processes, because again, you got what's happening in the moment, but then we got sellers checking in, sellers checking out, sellers that might have been on leave when this was happening. Oh, and by the way, the government was shut down, so resources was a little weird when it came to doing. We should be prepared to move sellers somewhere with minimal discomfort. That's my opinion. You know what I mean? And yeah. So the next day, I wake up at 7 because we still dealing with this the next morning, right? Wake up at 7 because we got operations. So our sellers, some of them, we wound up making it it's called Make Your Fallout Day, where if you don't have an event, because it's ceremonial guard. So if you ain't got an event, you kind of off. But if you got an event, you got to be there. So I'm up at 7. I didn't get home till 4 a.m. that day. I'm up now 3 hours later at 7, working, getting things done, and kind of trying to make things happen. Finally able to get a nap. I go to the gym later because I get my daughter from daycare. And what I realized about sellers, and I'm not going to share an opinion about this or a thought. It's just an observation. On a DX, one of the sellers was like, "Yo, shout out to CMC. He was the only one that was there the day after they had to move." And I'm like, damn, man, you gave me a strike for that? You gave me a point for that?
The bar is low, man.
I was tired
sad,
of shit. Yeah. So that was that. And then even just being there, we didn't have everybody come and show up. But like I said, I was there until 4 a.m. So that was crazy. It's crazy evolution. I'm not happy about how it happened. I thanked people for finally getting my sellers into places, but I'm not really happy about how it happened. Then the way it is at a command is when you got some young sellers, you got like a lot of them think y'all are the judge and jury over everything that happens in this evolution. That ain't the case. Like it wasn't our funding. It wasn't our shit. It wasn't our resources to get them into these hotels. It was through other entities a little higher than us that made this happen. And I feel like everything happened differently than if it was just me able to do it. Like it would have happened a little different. I went to a YouTube event, a YouTube recording. It was Sean Ryan, and he was interviewing the Sec Wars.
Stuart Scheller, Lieutenant.
No, he wasn't interviewing Stuart Scheller though. He wasn't interviewing Stuart Scheller. You reading the notes, man.
Because I had something about that guy for sure.
Well, no, because he was there. Stuart Scheller was there. He popped up but he was interviewing another dude named Sean. He's the Sec Wars public affairs officer, his lead public affairs officer, who was also in our Operation Iraqi Freedom and all that stuff. He was 495 days and he was in Afghanistan. 495 days in Afghanistan and all that. But Stuart Scheller was there. So it was another dude there. And I'm like, yo, that's a dude. Like, I know it's like a Marine looking dude. Like he just looked like a Marine. And I'm like, and I was with a couple of my sellers because a few of my sellers was there. And Stuart Scheller was there. But hey, this was a nice event, good experience for a young seller who never saw much in the Navy. Everything was free. It was like hors d'oeuvres there. It was like more finger food. It was free wine, beer, free cocktails. Like everything was free and YouTube hosted it. I went, y'all, on a reconnaissance. Like I went on a mission. I went to see how these things work and see how they did it just for when we do something live. And yeah, it was cool. It was cool. Wasn't the most entertaining thing, but it was.
Sean Ryan, I take it. I haven't looked. I don't follow his pod off. Maybe one episode, but he has a very deadpan delivery. It's not very engaging. The convos, from what I've seen.
So what I seen, right? What I saw, right? So it's two things I took from Sean Ryan here. Sean Ryan is a listener first. Right. So he listens. He got like an 8-hour podcast on, because I did a little background on him before we did this. I saw he got an 8-hour podcast episode, like 8 hours, where the dude that he talking to pretty much doing a bulk of the talking. So he creates a lane to get people to talk. Right. I wish he would have talked a little bit more because the things he said felt really genuine and they were sticky. Like he said some sticky stuff. So I wish he would have done it a little more than he did in this conversation. But again, it was a microwave of, he did an 8-hour pod before. This was a 30-minute to 40-minute conversation. So it was definitely a microwave of what you would get if you had a whole episode.
Now, when you say sticky, do you mean he said some things of impact or some things that was kind of like some comments that left more to be understood when you say sticky?
So sticky for me is impact, like the shit he said
stuck with you. Okay.
Yeah, like it like it was hooky. Like the shit he said, like could be quoted. It could be said again. Okay. Versus the guy he was interviewing who did a lot of talking and had a lot of phrases and stuff. But no offense to bruh he was interviewing, but it sounded more political, but not like politics, like not like the government politics, but just like he sounded more like a polished politician as he was talking.
He is PAO, so maybe his natural disposition, he's going to sound smooth it over, even if he doesn't want to be, even in that setting where it's supposed to be free. He probably does so much, he's not going to be off the cuff.
Yeah, it felt like super rehearsed. After that, I did a lot, y'all. So, but I had breakfast 2 days ago with one of the CMC, one of the OG CMCs, man.
Did he call you Damo or Damo?
He called me Damo. Definitely call me Damo.
That's a check, man.
Not one of those OGs, but he listened to the pod. He know what's going on, and like I met him. That was a cold call, kind of. We met, like we spoke before. But that was us. He had something he wanted to tell me that he couldn't tell me over the phone. He wanted to say it in person. So we did breakfast yesterday. He's a good guy, well-connected guy. I think I'm going to keep contact with him as well. Then I left straight from there to a rooftop retirement for Candace Esquivel, who we had on the podcast a while ago. She did a rooftop retirement in D.C. that there was no uniform for military members. I'm like, I can't pass that up. Nice, posh food, drinks, and all that. I'm like, damn, I just came from breakfast. Her food looked good, though. You know, you can't pass up shrimp cocktail, man. You know, so I had to grab a little shrimp cocktail. But yeah, so shout out to Candace on an amazing career. If only y'all knew, because our pod didn't do it enough justice. If only y'all knew how many policies that she were a part of, like creating a pregnancy CBAG policy. Like if only we knew how many policies that Candace, like they were like shouting out like everything she did and like impacted. And I saw the ladies that's in the office for these changes as well that were there. And the way she ended her speech, she spoke about women. So she's Hispanic, right? I'm gonna say that. So she spoke about Hispanic women, and she spoke about women, and she spoke about like just a lot of things that inspired her and her pride and stuff. And then she left a real personal note about like right now and how she feels. So it was a great way to end her career, and it was powerful. The way she finished it was powerful. So y'all will be proud of me. I started Do Not Disturb in my office.
Oh wow! You got some hours. You got some hours on that thing, bro.
No, time. You started what?
Do Not Disturb.
You gave me the grief about it. Like
no, not on my phone. Not my phone. The office.
You see, I hate the term gaslight. He said he gaslit me. I'm thinking he actually did something on his phone. He's like, nah, I'm in my office. Like,
if I don't want to be disturbed on the phone, I just don't answer. But
yeah, I've been doing that more now. Honestly, I've been doing what you said. I just put it on,
Yeah, I just don't answer.
Yeah.
But I put it like, it's a thing on my door where you got to D&D.
I got one.
I just start swooping my shit to D&D. I got 6 instructions done last week. You know what I mean? Like,
yes.
And I do it probably for a little period, like during lunch. I do it in the morning before 8. And because our day starts at 8, really. And then I do it like, I try to do it around like 16 or something like that. So I do it in those hours. I don't do it all throughout, the entire day. But it's worked wonders, And I guess I got to shout out a few people, Captain Walker, and a few other people who was like, nah, yo, you have to do that sometime. So, and I started it and it works.
Yeah.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah. Do you do it, Aaron?
I was wondering what I was telling you to do.
Oh, yeah. You said, because you said you take naps. Yeah.
No, I ain't say all that.
You ain't say you took naps.
What?
Yo, did you not? You ain't say you took naps in your office? You ain't say you take naps on the couch?
Aaron.
I've taken a nooner once. I put like
Aaron.
That's what we doing, I was mad tired. Damien keeps doing it. Nah. No, but I'll put time blocking, or I'll tell the CO's aide, not my aide, hey, can you make sure no one comes here unless they're rocking 2 screws for this time period? And
you said you FaceTime too, right?
What's talking about?
You do FaceTime in your office?
Yeah.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. I remember everything you say, man. I remember that.
That's all. FaceTime doing what?
You said you might have to FaceTime your old lady or something.
I don't have an old lady, man.
Yeah, I know, but this was we could go to the episode, man. like I'm telling you, you never
I'm not FaceTime, Amanda, but yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Okay. Moving on.
Feeling bad. Shout out to the vets. There we go. Finally.
Yay.
Finally, we're here. Finally. Oh, man.
13 million vets, approximately 7% of the population, right?
Shout out to the veterinarians taking care of our animals, man. Shout out to the veterinarians. Taking care of No, guys, it's Veterans Day, man. It is Veterans Day or Veterans Day, however it is you say it. And man, we got a strong listener core of vets. Oh man, what's going on in my house? My door just cracked open. We got a strong listener core of vets, and I want to shout them out and appreciate y'all, man. Thank y'all for all y'all do.
Most definitely get those deals, man. I'm sure you got some free food out there, some good. Get your oil changed, get your brakes fixed, all type of little deals they got out there, man. 50% off. Make sure you guys get on it, man. Don't miss out.
For the folks who did 6 months in the Navy or in the Army and got kicked out for something stupid and changed their frame to Super Patriot, shout to y'all too when y'all do that on your Facebook profiles and IGs tomorrow. You lying bastards.
Motherfucker. Yeah, man.
You know exactly. Like, yo, man, I know you, man. You right.
Yeah, they finna get that food, brother.
Yeah.
Hey, what deals y'all looking forward to? If y'all looking forward to any.
Man, I seen one I might go holler at, man. I'm not sure, man. It's the Texas, I think it's Texas Longhorn or something they got on there, man. Like the whole meal free, bro. Like for veterans, man. I'm like, I might go holler at them. I don't know. Who knows?
Hey, I don't want the hassle, man. I need to. I might go with some friends, but when you live in a deep retiree area, it's like, you know, I can only imagine being 7 cities. Then up in DC or Arlington, it's like, I don't know if I could deal with that, man. Too much people.
The vet's out. Like, the jacket's gonna be out. The hat's gonna be out. The patches gonna be out. Like,
we got different levels of vet. You got the vet bros. You got the old heads. Yeah. You got the young vets. You know.
Yeah,
it's all gonna converge.
Yeah. Yeah, and there's different levels depending on where you go. You know, you could go to Golden Corral. You know, you got the Golden Corral vets. You know what I mean? You could go to IHOP. You got the IHOP vets. You know, I don't know what I'm doing though. I don't know what I'm looking for. Don't Krispy Kreme give out donuts all the time? Don't they give out like a free donut or whatever?
I'm sure they do. Yeah.
Hey, maybe we could try. Maybe you and me could try to get Quan and Conrad tomorrow.
Shit. Hey.
But then again, now they probably cancel last minute. So.
I mean, I've like depleted my like go outside shit like this weekend. Like I need to have some time with my wife and my baby. I've depleted, but I think if we do anything, shit, they'll be with me and we'll figure out something, man. But I want to leave it to the vets to take advantage of those deals, though. I want to leave it to the vets to take advantage. I ain't even following the shit. Like I don't know what they giving out anywhere really. I think IHOP give a stack of pancakes or something like that. But I ain't been to IHOP in years, man.
I'm kind of scared too, though, man. You been seeing the videos of people finding pus in their chicken and stuff, man?
Pus?
Yeah.
Nah.
Whatever cuts to the budget is affecting the inspectors of food. And if you go on TikTok, IG, you see cats reporting it. Like Tyson food inspectors getting laid off or whatever. And it's like, yo, man, these chicken nuggets, what is this? So
cream in the inside. Ooh. You already got the sauce. You got the honey mustard already in it.
That's not
like that ain't honey mustard.
Yeah, look at damn exactly.
Yeah. Oh, no. Hey, well, I mean, when we speaking on food, right? I want to give a shout out to our vets that's in Marietta, California. Hey, you ever been to Marietta, Damon?
That's right there, man. That's 5 minutes away from where I was staying in Temecula.
5 minutes. Have you ever went to Destination? One in the Nation? Destination Barbecue? Or was it a thing back then?
It may not have been. I never heard of it. Normally it's a barbecue spot somewhere around me. I didn't heard of it, but I ain't never heard of this one.
Have you heard of it now?
No.
Oh, man. Yeah, it's a spot, man. It's called Destination, bro. It's viral right now, bro. It's viral. Old head he be like testing the oxtail out and the ribs out, man. That shit just be falling off the bone, bro.
The tendonism?
Tendonism, you know? And I'm trying to see if the tendonism is real. You know what I mean? He be like,
he don't even own the spot though.
No, but he got them viral. He got them viral right now. If to the folks in Marietta, let us know in the comments.
Is it real?
The tendonism real? You know what I mean? Because I'm definitely down to go check that shit out.
Yeah, man. I'm with you on that one, boy.
Hey, Damon, what is going on the Nimitz?
Bro, hey, we heard about it. We know about it. You had some aircrafts went down, but I'm here to tell you, man, like, you know what? Let's get into it. Let's do it. So the firefighter jet helicopter base out of, USS Nimitz, 2 aircrafts went down 30 minutes from each other. And on top of that, they pretty much came out and said bad fuel. Right. So that's in the article that it got sent out about it. Right. So there ain't nothing that we are not making shit up. It was in the article. But man, Dumbo, I think this goes back for me. The 5 months versus the last 5 months, bro. I think that's what this goes to, man. And it's my opinion. This is me talking about it. Mostly deployments now, man, ain't no more 6-month deployments. You doing 9 to 10 off the rip, right? If you're doing a deployment. But if you did the numbers on the first 5 months of deployment in your last 5 months, we ain't even gonna do the numbers. Let's go back to probably the last 2-3 carriers that's been over there, right? Them incidents that's just happening, losing aircrafts and running into the collisions and all that stuff happened on the back end, right? We are human, and I'm here to tell you this, man. Complacency sometimes set in. Sometimes it happens, right? Sometimes we can come over and we got to keep energizing the sailors and keep telling them every day to keep them on task and all that stuff. But I'm here to tell you, if you do the numbers, though, man, especially when you start getting extended and then extended again and then extended again, right? I'm here to tell you, man, like, hey, from a person that was been out there a couple of times, man, like we are doing pretty much. Okay, check this out. If your day on board a ship for 5 months, and say you may hit 1 or 2 ports in that 5 months, that means you are getting up and you are doing the same thing every day, damn near. Yeah. You're doing the same damn thing every day, right? If you don't think sometime if you ain't on your shit, on your game, that can complacency set in, it happens, man. You just gotta know that though. I remember when I was on the Nimitz, man, I didn't have to go to quarters, but I showed up at quarters sometimes just to show up down there and say, hey, what's going on? How y'all doing? Stay in the game and say stuff to them when I was on the Nimitz, just to go down there and break it up a little bit, man. Because we started doing the same shit every freaking day. Now, with the fuel with the water, with bad fuel, I don't know what it was, with bad fuel.
With man, bad JP5?
Man, that's crazy right there, man. As a
purple shirt, that's crazy to me.
That's the only reason why Dumbo Aaron, we know the reason why it's crazy because that fuel have to be tested somewhere. Right? Yeah, I mean, let's go get Like we ain't gonna get crazy on the fact they gotta be tested. I'm sure it's more gonna come out about this investigation, but at the same time, that is kind of crazy, man. For fuel to actually get to the aircraft and it's bad. That's crazy.
Well, let me give a crazy question take. Why are we still doing 10-month deployments?
I don't want to leave. I don't want to leave there yet. So I want to table that question and come back to it because I think it's a part of the conversation anyway. I think so, Damon. I think what you said was it's a lot of parts I agree with it. It's some parts I think is harsh a little bit, but there's nothing wrong with being harsh. It's just some parts that I think is a little harsh. But I am correlating these accidents happening with ships that's extended on deployment. Like it seems the last carrier that we had out that got extended, these accidents were happening with. So they are related to me, right? Just from my unexperienced kind of eye and this anecdotal information that we have, shit's happening after these extensions. You know what I mean? And yeah, I think it's crazy, and something has to be said about what's happening in the heads of people Yeah, complacency is one, but then there's other things too that I think could be happening in people's heads and brains and emotional. Like, how long can people be out on a ship or something, away from family, away from whatever? I don't know how many ports they hitting and all that, but how long can you be before it start affecting like different things about you? You know, I'm not gonna say motor skills, but just different things about, you know, the way your brain is working. And
Your
shit
level
like
of your ability to focus, to compartmentalize.
yeah, that shit ain't normal. A deployment ain't normal for humans. Like, it's not like a normal fucking thing. So I do think about that too. And I don't know because I don't have the answers, but I think at this point now, we need to start looking at that. Like, damn, these carriers getting extended and then boom, shit's happening, you know? And like Damon said, it is some complacency there. Like, I don't disagree with that at all. I think it's some other things there that's a little harder to pull out. And that's what we need to kind of start looking at, you know? That's my opinion. So you asked a question, Aaron, about 10-month deployments, like why we still doing them.
Yeah, I'm just, you know, as a primarily carrier dude, right? You know, I cut my teeth on 9-month deployments, but to your point, the port that we had no port visits. We didn't have as many accidents, right? And this is me doing OEF, OIF type of deployments, sporting that, right? So it was high op tempo, but if we have, how many carriers do we have that are commissioned in service right now?
I think it's like 11 or 12.
So you got 12, right? Okay, so you say you got 12 carriers. You probably got 5 up in the yards. Let's say 2 doing midlife. I'm still of the belief that you should still be able to have a rotation to where you don't need to be extended. But this goes back to the issues with the shipyards and delays in the shipyards, quality shipyard work, contracts being delayed. You know, we should not, in my opinion, right? It's probably kind of comments like, well, you know, actually, but you shouldn't have such a high inventory of carriers that are in service that you need to extend all these carriers, especially if you have X amount of carriers evenly distributed throughout all the fleets for projection and everything. I don't see, we should not be in a place where any carrier should be extended because you have enough carriers on inventory. You have the carriers that if they're doing the proper maintenance avails, they're able to, do what they got to do and go back to on a pump to relieve the other ships. So we should not be in a place where we got to get extended any carrier because of the inventory and all the money that goes towards a carrier.
Well, I tell you this, Aaron, is that's not the case. I don't know what's going on. You're right. I don't know the numbers. I don't know what the carriers adding, what they doing in their maintenance phase. But I will tell you this: when I was on the Nimitz, we started out knowing exactly where we're gonna be, knowing exactly how many port visits we're gonna get. We hit that one port visit, and then after that, everything switched.
Yeah.
And then we end up have to go over there and relieve somebody else. And then here we go. Right. Yeah. And that's how, and it wouldn't have been for us doing that. The carrier that got extended so many times would still be out there right now. You know what I mean? So it's something to it. I mean, like you said, I don't know. We should not be in this situation, but for some reason we are, man. And it's every time now that it's time for a carrier to get relieved, they're not getting relieved on time. It's almost becoming the norm.
It is the norm. This is how, since we came in that, 97 to 2005 group, right? That's been the case for carriers. It's been the case.
Yeah.
You made me chuckle when you talked about the deployment where you know exactly what you're gonna get. You know what I mean? And then they like, it ain't that. You know what I mean?
Sound like Charlie Murphy. Wrong.
Yeah.
You ain't
sound like
that.
a bad dad, man. Like a bad father. Like, yo, I'm gonna take you to Best Buy. Then we go to McDonald's. And then we go get you milkshakes. Then he take you to damn CVS pharmacy, man, and get you a damn shake from CVS, man. Like,
sounds like Fresh Prince. How come he don't want me, man? Get off my back. You know what I'm saying?
And then you know what? Hey, and then if we won't even go a little bit harder in the paint when we talk about these deployments, man, is that deployment when I was younger had something to do with me staying in the Navy.
Yeah.
Because I had so much fun when I was out there.
Yeah.
Think about now, is this your first deployment? Shit. Right? You don't want that did 10 months and hit 2 ports. Shit.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that. They ain't got nothing to like hang on to. My last 10 years, I can't say last 10 years, I can't say I've been anywhere great. You know what I mean? Like damn near. But like you said, they ain't got nothing fun to hold on to. Like, and I remember
false advertising.
Remember the COVID deployment on the Peralta?
Yeah.
Where before we went on deployment, we was like, yo, deployment, like we was selling this. They Julius sellers, like, they like sitting with us and cool and shit. And we like, yo, I'm telling you, when I was young and the deployment, boom, boom, boom. Then we went on deployment. We hit Sasebo. Right?
Yeah.
And then that was it. I think mid Sasebo, like mid the port visit, it was like, yo, it's this shit happening and boom, boom, boom. But then even outside of COVID, I'm hearing people having bad deployments, bro.
Yeah.
Stories are dying.
Hey, Dumbo, you know what, man? We haven't never talked about this story, man. I don't think on here, but you remember when we was out there, man, and we pulled in, like, man, we was out there for a long time and we finally got permission to pull in Yoko. I don't know if you remember. We pulled in Yoko. We blocked everything off. We got all this freaking alcohol brung to all this beer and stuff brung to the pier, that we had paid for. And then we had right on it. So everything was blocked. It was our pier only, right? First day, man, we was having a good old time out there on the pier, man, right?
Yeah. I remember.
Don't you know the rest of those piers that was doing COVID, man, they hated on us, bro.
Well,
we got shut. Yeah, something else happened, but we got shut down. So we had all this alcohol and all this shit out here, man, and we got shut down, man. Freaking more. One day.
This is what happened, right? Corey, right? He dapped up his man, right?
Yeah.
At this time, he was a first class RS1, but Corey Barfeld, shout out to him, my guy. Yeah. He dapped up his man. His man's like a chief or senior chief from the other side.
Yeah.
It's COVID time, so he was on the other side. But they dapped up, and I think they took a picture.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. And the dude posted it on Facebook, right?
Yeah.
So somebody from his base, I think somebody from the dude command was like, man, they got people out here dapping up, people taking pictures with people from ships.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's my guy too, man.
Like we was like the quarantined or something. Like they got people taking pictures of people from ships.
Yeah.
And then that was it for us. That was it. No more Pier Liberty, bro. Like
dude from Belly, the banana.
Yeah.
I like that.
Shit. Yeah, I'm dropping.
Drop dime on that.
That's what they did, bro. And it was over for us. It was over after that.
I remember that, man.
You talk about first 5 versus last 5. I've never been on deployment longer than, I think, 8.
Yeah.
I can't imagine 10, bro. I can't imagine. Because it's not just 10. It's 10 with thinking you were coming back in 7. Thinking you were coming back in like 8.
Yeah.
Thinking you was... at least that's what I would imagine. Like, I don't think that a 6-month deployment or a 7-month deployment would get extended to 10 months on the first... surf and turf joint. Like, I don't think the first surf and turf, they like, hey, we're going to extend y'all another 4 months.
Yeah.
Like, it's probably like 3 weeks.
Yeah, you're right. You're right about that, Dumbo. It's never like, I don't think I have one either though, man. I've been on some deployments. I haven't been on one that said from the beginning it was 10 months. It ended up being 10 months though.
Yeah.
But it ain't start off 10 months.
No. Yeah. But I think even on the first extension, it ain't 10 months still. Like, even like after you do your 7, I don't think they like, yo. I think normally the way we've seen it was after the first extension, it's kind of indefinite. Like, it's kind of like one of these days, like, all right, it's going to be over soon. Like, I never saw where they like, all right, look, we're going to keep y'all out here for another 5.
Yeah.
I seen some cats who had it crazy. They knew from the jump it was going to be like damn near a year. I think Enterprise, Carl Vinson, if I'm not mistaken, around 2014, 2016 maybe? Might have something that's crazy long like that they knew it was going to be that way.
Yeah,
So I think there's a precedent for it.
Man, I was so the squadron I'm on right now, man, they was on the Vincent, right? And some of the Vincent sailors, man, you guys help me out with this if I get it wrong. But they was on a one extension, and then they was already on it, and then they got hit up and gave them a 90-day extension off of already extension. Bro, you hit me with already hit me with a 30-day, bro.
Yeah.
Hit me with that 90 days straight. Oh my God, bro. That's set in stone. That's a wrap then when they say that, man.
Yeah, and that's 3 months. That's 3
months,
bro. 90 days sound better than 3 months. You know what I mean? Like, it sound a little better. Like, okay, 90 days, double digit. 3 months sound crazy, bro. Especially if you're already out there for like 6. That shit is long, bro.
Bro, that's long, man.
Especially when you got kids and shit. See, I ain't experienced being on deployment with kids yet. You know, especially when you got kids. Yeah. I got a question for y'all. Do y'all make up Liberty for the holiday duty section? Or is it like, hey, you know, just so happened that you had it on the holidays, man? Or do y'all believe in making up Liberty for the holidays duty section? Let me say that.
I will say this, man. If someone brung it, I don't make it. Like the question was seen to me was like, do I make up something? I don't make it up, but somebody bring it. If somebody bring it up to me and entertain it with me and give me a plan, I can entertain the plan. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Let me give you a little bit more on it. So I was at the gas station. So remember I said our sellers were displaced. It was a Sunday night. So the Monday we gave them a make your fallout day, which meant that the only ones who had to come to work was the ones that had events. I mean, these ain't all day events, but they take a while. Yeah. But I saw one of these sellers at the gas station on that Monday, and I guess he was leaving from the event. And he like, hey, is it a day off for the ones who had to come in today? You know, and I'm like, no, it's not. You know, in the way I look at days off, and like your chief could give you a 24. You know, so I don't have to tell you that it's a command day. I don't gotta mandate that. Like your chain of command could take care of you with that. So I'm like, no. So really, that's kind of what I'm asking. Like, do y'all believe in making up for the people that had to kind of bite the bullet?
I say within reason, but but if you do palm periods and stuff gets split down the middle the right way, if I'm answering the question right, you shouldn't need to. You know, some things are going to suck, but you are going to get it back some way. Some people got to bite the bullet within reason. I guess like Damon says, someone brings up a way of getting them back. Yeah, entertain it, but I'm not like raking the coals. Like, I got to figure this out. Like, nah, make it even split.
Yeah, Double, what you said earlier, I think that's where it's at too, though, man. Like, that shouldn't be coming up to me. I think within the divisions or the work centers or whatever, they can work that shit out. You know what I mean? I feel like that's if the chief or divos or whoever come up to me and say it, I tell them the same thing. And that's on you guys, man. You guys work that shit out, man. Like, I'm not finna put the whole command off because of it, though. You know what I mean? Like you guys can handle that in your space. So that's kind of probably what I do.
If your sellers kept coming up to you about things that like they could talk to their chiefs about, right? Now, notice I ain't say should. If your sellers always came to you about things they could talk to their chiefs about, would that ever make you question your chiefs?
Yeah, I do. And when I say question, more of I feel like I need to ask why. Like, why are they coming to ask me and not you guys? Right? And Dumbo, believe it or not, man, I found out it's always something behind it, though, when you say why. When you start asking these questions and shit, you start finding out real quick the real reason. And sailors don't sugarcoat shit no more, right? If I had a sailor come to me, Dumbo, and this had happened to me, I have a sailor come into my office, come to me, I rebuttal back and say, hey, did you talk to your chief about this?
Yeah.
And the first thing come, and they are so bold now, Dumbo, the first thing come out their mouth is, oh, he or she ain't gonna do nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just that quick. They say that now. They, oh, okay. And then but then you start finding out it is something behind some of this shit, though. When sailors skip over you and come talk directly to to the CMC or EXO or whoever, is most of the time it's something behind it.
I mean, I got a question, but I'm not going to be like, why aren't they talking to you? I mean, some things in my field needs to be a certain appropriate level. You know, I'm going to ask them. I'm not going to ask them right there. If I did, I'd say, have you afforded your chain of command a chance to hear you out and address it?
Yeah. So I think it was my last command. It was, I remember having a conversation, I think, when I started to notice what was happening. You know, and I remember being like, hey, listen, I'm a seller's chief, right? Let me say, I guess that's a good explanation. Is that a good explanation? Y'all understand what I'm saying when I say that? I'm a seller's chief?
Yeah.
Yeah, like a player's coach.
Yeah, like, hey, I'm a seller's chief. Like, so
Yeah.
I was like, y'all might not be, but I need y'all to be as close as you can be, because it's going to get crazy. Like the disparity, like I remember it got to that point where I'm like, yo, the disparity is going to get crazy if y'all don't, you know? And sometimes you got to have that conversation at least. Like, yo, look, I don't know how y'all been doing business, but I'm telling you now, I know what's happening and I know what it looked like. Y'all got to kind of bog down and kind of put your foot in the kind of sand when it comes to your sellers, because they are going to come to me. You know, and we, you know, we want them to be able to be afforded the opportunity, you know, to go to our chiefs and shit like that. But people pick up easily. It seems like people pick up easily on like when people care about people, like when they like genuinely care, you know, and they want to go to that person, you know. So it's like, hey, I need y'all to care, like for real. I've had that conversation before.
Yeah.
What you got on that, Aaron?
Same.
Oh,
Yeah.
I agree.
What you got on this general, man? What you got, man? Because I got smoke for this topic. What's up with this general shit?
What's general shit?
Oh, the 3-star.
Oh, that's you, Damon?
Yeah. Hey, I wrote that. Yeah.
I ain't got no
Well,
I ain't got no smoke then. If you wrote it, I ain't got no smoke. If Aaron wrote it, I had smoke.
I put it in there.
Aaron wrote your smoke?
Yeah.
Why?
If you wrote this topic about this retiring person, I would have had smoke. I know Damon just found some random fucking news topic. It wasn't
exactly.
If you put this here, bro, it was smoke, bro.
That wasn't me, man. It wasn't me.
Oh, man. You're right, too, Double. I saw that shit cross my feed. That shit crossed my feed.
Wow, I haven't read the topic.
We've been going 5 years, bro. I know who does what, how, when, and why, bro.
Yeah.
If you would have put this topic in here, I was going to argue with you just to argue, bro. I promise you, yo. David, I ain't got nothing to say about this damn topic.
Now I'm gonna argue. What's up? That's my default posture right now. What's up? I want to hear this.
What happened, David?
Well, no, with the general, man, it's just another high-ranking official that part of the Joint Chiefs of Staff is retiring, man. Less than 18 months. Right. Yeah. So my whole thing why I put it in there, because it's just like, hey, another one. You know what I mean? Another one, man. Like these high ranking officials or high ranking officers, man, are getting out, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that was my whole thing. I put it in there and wanted to discuss it because it's hey, and I know this came from the task and purpose, man, but this shit is getting to a point where I still feel like, hey, it's a fucking red flags, bro. Like, what is going on, man? It make you think. I put it like that. It make you think, man. It really do make you think.
I'm going to say this. This is all I'm going to say. We know what's going on. We know what's going on.
But why would that have had smoke from me?
I don't even know, because listening to it sounds so run of the mill, bro, that I don't even know, but I would have found a needle in the haystack.
And the fact that now it is now commonplace, that's scary.
I got to argue with you. It's like, no, I ain't got nothing to come back with all that. But yeah, so that's that, man. And it is commonplace. But we know. I know why it's commonplace. And I know why, and I can't wait to explain why. Let me just say that. I can't wait to explain. I got a conversation that said, remember Disney used to put shit in the vault? Disney, hey, for the listeners, for y'all that want us to fucking do all like, I got a conversation in the vault. You know what I mean? The new social media policy came out. You know, they listening. You know, they finding people, they rounding up people. I got some
Big
shit.
Brother has gotten bigger.
Yes.
Yeah.
I got some shit in the vault, and I can't wait to unveil, bro. Like, I can't wait, yo.
So you said, talking about smoking arguments, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to attempt a Damo pivot. I saw a note. You said that someone asked you if you did something, if you use ChatGPT. He's like, yo, yeah, it's me. What you talking about? I use ChatGPT.
Yeah. I had put something together. No, I had put something together, and it was like somebody was talking, and it was like, that was good. Like, he put that together nice. It's almost like I thought it was. It actually some part of it that didn't make sense. It was like, yeah, I thought it was like ChatGPT, man. It was so in depth, and I was like, ChatGPT.
I want to respect you, but I can't, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because
don't ever accuse me. My intelligence was insulted. Yeah. You know what I mean? Don't ever accuse me of using ChatGPT when I'm sending a formal email. But yeah, so I use ChatGPT for that shit.
About that, the skill of writing.
Yeah.
You heard me? I did use ChatGPT.
Okay. So I
was insulted. Like, yo, I was mad. Like, what? Almost, I try to act like I ain't hear it. Like, yo, like, what? Don't ever say I use it. I use the fuck out of ChatGPT for that shit.
Looking like Dave Chappelle with the money. Oh.
Bro.
Nah, man. All right. So why is it people use ChatGPT so much that for people who actually write and do their stuff, now if you see an M dash in anything, you think it's ChatGPT. And like M dash has existed before AI ChatGPT. That pisses me off.
If I
type the email.
What? No, what'd you say? I cut you off.
No, if I type an email, when I start back writing, on my Substack or something, and somebody see an M dash, must have been Grammarly or ChatGPT. No, man, screw you. Like it's grammar. I know how to write. Like
people ain't been using M dashes, bro. Till ChatGPT brought it back out. ChatGPT
made
it a hot line. You made it a hot line. ChatGPT made it a hot song, bro. Like people was not using M dashes till ChatGPT brought them back, bro. Like,
come on, man.
Bro, the moment I say, like, I do that now. The moment I say M dash, I be like, yo, that's ChatGPT. Yo.
But if you pick up any book you read and you see an M dash, it's like, what's up?
They use
it's there.
They use ChatGPT.
In a book that was published in 1996.
John Steinbeck, the Red Pony, Steinbeck. It's ChatGPT. If I say M dash, somehow he had to tap in on something that we ain't have. Stop using ChatGPT. Hey, Navy people. People, I love y'all. Stop using ChatGPT for y'all book covers, please. Use it and get the design, and then go ahead and go design it yourself, because the ChatGPT got like 3 fonts, and I'm tired of those 3 fonts. That's all I'm gonna say.
Aaron, the days of writing is over.
No, it's not, man. We cannot.
Let me tell you this, Aaron. Let me tell you what I do, man. Look, I'm sorry. You guys gonna hear this and may think of me differently. But I tell you what, bro. I type up full emails. I type up full everything. And guess what I do? I copy and paste that motherfucker, and I put it right over there in ChatGPT and say, hey, take a look at this for me, right?
But you wrote it.
Right?
Yeah, I wrote it, but
Hey.
Write this like a CMC. Write this how you think Delbert Black would have wrote it.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
I want this to feel like an email coming from the CMC to his skipper.
If we in a place where you can't talk, you won't fail. That's like these young dudes now, like, hey, go talk to her. I'll text or I'll swipe left or whatever. Go up there and talk to her, man. What are you doing? Nah, I don't know how to talk. It's crazy to me.
I can't front for the joint I did. I use ChatGPT for formatting. I ain't gonna front like, hey, I need to format this and I need it to look right. But then they added like something that was stupid and I ain't catch it. So when the person was asking me about it, it's like, yo, like, what's it? And, and I'm in my head, I'm like, man, that don't make no sense. Like, why catch ChatGPT?
You most definitely got to reread that shit.
Why you got to reread it? Use it, like you said, I'll use it to brush through some stuff, tighten up, but the core ideas is got to be us, man.
Yeah, idea. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
They was like, why you put that shit in there? I was like, I can't even remember why I put that. I'm like, I'm
thinking
trying
the
to
whole
think.
time you felt
maybe.
insulted for real.
I'm
about
trying
this.
to think, like, why would I add that shit? I'm in my head. I'm like, why the fuck didn't I double check this ChatGPT to set me up? Then they said it like, it's almost like you use ChatGPT to put this together. I'm like, what?
That's great.
Hey, it's no pivot at all, but y'all hearing this story about these 168 commissaries that could be closing? Is that true?
Yeah. Yes. I don't do politics. Politics do you, man.
What's so true about it, and what does it have to do with politics?
Because the people you got committees, elected officials who sit on armed forces committees and veteran affairs and all these things. They're the ones in the rooms talking about this stuff and saying, okay, there's no need, it's not being maximized, we'll cut the funding from this, right? Or when you would see our previous MCPON, and I got something for him, not something I won't talk about him, but the previous MCPON and all the other senior leaders talking about this. That's why. Yeah. What's so funny, man?
You said you had, because that's my man, and I'm hoping to get him on the pod. And you said you got something for him. I'm like, damn, man, like,
you see,
got him on the pod.
I ain't got nothing for Big Jim, man. Okay. You see his hands? Nah, man, he been squabbling. Hell no.
Okay, just make sure.
Nah.
Man. Damn.
I got nothing for Big Jim. And he retired?
Yeah.
All right, how you doing, sir? What's up? All right. Nah, you good?
Yeah. I thought this had something to do. I actually heard a little bit about this, Dumbo, before the shutdown. It seems like it's trying to kind of like rolling in. They talking about doing a shutdown now, but I heard a little bit about this before, that they was trying to have people from the outside come in and take over this stuff, man. Like
privatize it.
Of the commissary. So I did hear a little bit about that before.
All right, so what's the full details? Like, all right, let's talk about this a little bit. Like, I know we've been touching
to the Google.
We've been touching and going on some topics. So, are commissaries going to be gone, like closing? Or are they talking about changing the like leadership in these places?
I'm doing a quick scroll.
I'm on Task and Purpose. Task and Purpose is saying like the title says military officials tell troops 168 commissaries could close next month. It says our stores will be open to serve our customers through Thanksgiving. That's what somebody from the commissary agency, DECA, said, right? They've been planning for closure since at least last month. I don't think people are tracking this, yo.
I think it should be pinned and talk about it more, because you got True Change of Thought talking about because it's shutdown related, or it's because of continuing, tightening the belt financially. So this just requires me, so I'll do a deep dive on it.
Do y'all think they get enough foot traffic?
I don't think so. I think they getting enough foot traffic. I just think it goes back what you said, Aaron. I think it goes back to, money. You know what I mean? I think it goes back to where can we cut some funding from when it comes to things, man. Like, think about it now. If we funding all these commissaries and all that stuff, but now we privatize it, think about the money you probably saving by doing that. Right? I don't know. But seemed like the article
contract.
Hey, but seemed like this article is about the shutdown, though.
Yeah, it's just what it looked like. I'm looking at it now.
It's about the shutdown.
Yeah, I'm looking at it now, and then it says, I'm looking at it now, and I guess the shutdown got a big impact on this. But I wonder if
months ago, I received a letter saying, asking for a survey, or no, it's two letters. One was a survey for how many times our patrons certain commissaries, and another one was asking to please come visit us. Here's some of the deals we have. So,
do y'all go to the commissary? Do y'all shop at the commissary?
When I was at a traditional concentration area, yeah.
But right now you don't.
You got Meade. I haven't gone to Meade commissary.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I need to share that information with some cats in the barracks for the bus runs. For your sailors too, for the bus runs to the Fort Meade commissary. But, I probably will go to it, more now. But
that shit
I don't.
Cheap, bro. That shit, boy.
Yeah,
whenever I go on base, that shit cheap.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to me. I took a picture today, matter of fact, when I went to work real quick.
Yeah, I mean, I go to the commissary, man, but mostly, I do Costco too. So Costco, then I get some things from. I stay on base too, though, so it's easy for me to go.
You on base, yeah.
Hey, right, you got Safeway by you, Damon?
No, it ain't called. They don't have Safeway here, man. They got something called Save On or something here or some shit.
Fam, Safeway gives you 2 pounds of wings every Friday for like $10. That's a come up. What?
Oh yeah, that's a come up right there.
What's the John in Florida? What's the spot? Is it Winn-Dixie? What's the Florida?
No, with the subs, right?
No, they got wings. It's wings. Is it Winn-Dixie? I think it's Winn-Dixie.
It's not Pathmark. It's I'm gonna look right now.
Nah, yeah, I think it's Winn-Dixie, man. Hey, speaking of wins, though, while you looking, I want to start a new segment called "Wish You a Win for the Week," and it's pretty much next week. So I just want to ask y'all, like, wish y'all wins for next week.
Oh, sorry, Publix.
Yeah, Publix. Yeah, Publix. Yeah, yeah.
They be coming through, man.
Boy, that Publix chicken ain't no joke, boy. He got me amped up now, boy. That's like what's the name out here? I forgot what it is out here. Is it Safeway? I think it is
Safeway. Got the wings.
Yeah, Safeway got the good wings. They got the habanero, the mango habanero.
They got the vinegar.
Yeah, boy. Yeah, David. Why you eating that commissary? What they got in the commissary? Subs. They got this one joint in the commissary, the Air Force Base up, boy. They got this one joint. It's supposed to be like a chicken finger sub. They never got the chicken fingers, man. Like, every time I go, I'm like, hey. And now it's just I go for fun now. Just, hey, y'all got the chicken fingers? No, we ain't got them, dog. You know what I mean? Like, y'all never get them, dog. Yeah, so what's your win for the week? What's your win for the week, Damon?
Well, I kind of talked about my win for the week already, man. Mine was the inspection, bro.
For next week. What will you say you did next week that you would consider to be a win?
Ooh. I will say the win for next week would be if I could get these damn debriefs done for these first class debriefs done. That'll be my win for the week.
Okay. About you, Aaron?
There's a conversation I want to have professionally with someone at my job. And I want to make sure that it is a real conversation. And, I'm going to kind of let the clip off and just go. And just ask point blank, blunt. Not like what the fuck your problem is, but like who hurt you? Like what is this?
Yeah.
And why is it affecting my people? Well, why you keep playing with us? So yeah, that'll be my win. Like, what the shit is this? And don't talk in pleasantries. What is it? So we can know how to move forward amicably.
So is just having a conversation considered a win, or are you looking for a certain result?
Nah. Well, the first one is just to have the conversation.
Mm-hmm.
For the person to be 100% honest and real, not rehearsed, and then to go to the end result. But the first win, the first domino to fall is let's have this real conversation because something ain't clicking.
You got to set the stage for that, though, right?
I have over the past year and a half I've been here.
Okay.
And a lot of my chiefs have done the same thing. When I say my chiefs, I don't own the chiefs. The chiefs in our mess, right? But we've done it. But now it's time for what's up, man?
Yeah.
It's crazy to even have to say that, right? Like that kind of like when I say my chiefs, I don't own the chiefs, the chiefs in my mess. It's crazy that we in a time though where like somebody would be like,
yes,
you don't own the Chiefs. Like it's crazy to be in a time like that, man. Like it's just I don't know.
Well,
I'm careful with my words, like just like you are. But it's just sometimes it's like, damn, man. I wish people wasn't so sensitive. And we had a whole conversation about this last episode that you were on. But it's just like, man.
But you know why, Dumbo? The reason for it is, man, is because of those comments, man. Like the comments and things we do, man. It's almost everything we say and do. You damn near want to put a disclaimer on it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like everything. If it got any type of negative thought to it, you better put a disclaimer on it. Somebody gonna have something to say. And you don't have to, but be prepared for somebody to say something if you don't. You know what I mean? You can't be. Yeah. So.
Yeah, I mean, our words are like sledgehammers, man, because the weight of the anchor, the weight of being a master chief, the weight of having the badge of command. Our words will have weight. So when you swing that hammer, you gotta make sure you swing correct, man.
I feel you. But it was a time when a CMC could say my chiefs and nobody felt like that CMC was saying that he had ownership of those people.
We have ownership of the mess.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We do.
The point I'm making is that time has changed. And so now for some people out there, it's like, damn, like, is your life just that good? Like you just looking for trauma? Like you just looking for something to be traumatized about? I grew up in South Philly. Like shit was rough. You know, like so, what somebody considers me to be is not going to bother me at all, especially when I know they don't have any malice behind it. My win of the week is I've been working on this drill stuff that I got to do for ceremonial guard. You know, so my win of the week is to be a step closer in getting qualified because that's all they ask, bro. Like I didn't wrote 5 instructions last week, then did this, changed this, helped this, been a part of this, done this. Hey, CMC, when you gonna get qual? You know what I mean? When you gonna get qual COT? You know, that's really what they care about there is getting out there, going to Arlington National Cemetery, doing full honors funerals. I mean, that's our mission. And being a part of ceremonies and stuff like that. So plus we got a Navy week in New Orleans that I want to be there for that. I gotta just make sure everything running smooth and make sure the sellers know what they supposed to do. Make sure the command looking good. I gotta be in New Orleans to make sure that Navy week
goes home.
Yeah, goes down without any issues. Yeah, so that's win for the week. There's some other stuff on there too, but that's my win for the week. And I think, hey, for the listeners, what's your win for?
Yeah,
what's your win? That wasn't the Giants. It's sorry.
Hey, it might be shot time. It might be first shot time, yo. It might be because we about to talk about Dick Cheney, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got him.
Yeah, it might be first shot time. Y'all ready for first shots?
Yeah, man.
Well, I just want to shout out the shot glass I got though, but yeah.
Oh, I got a nice little shot glass too, man. Let me see if you guys can see it, man. You know.
Hey, for the listeners, man, get you a shot. If you ain't get a shot glass yet, get you a shot glass. Pause this right here. All right. Hopefully you paused it. And now you're back and you got yourself a shot glass. Our first shot is for y'all. It's for the listeners. 5 years of this shit. You know, as somebody that listened to episode 2, that was our first episode that we aired. And that's all we hear now on episode 166. Listen to all the old by the ways, all the extra stuff, even call some fan room episodes, you know. Shout out to you and shout out to whoever else. Shout out to all of y'all. Shout out to whoever that first episode or that second episode. Shout out to y'all too. We appreciate it. The community. It's a couple of y'all that from Instagram and different places that's I would say is a part of our community now. Like, you know, I expect to see comments from y'all or expect to get DMs from y'all or expect to kind of get reached out to through WhatsApp or whatever that is. And like, yo, we appreciate all that shit. It's people sharing our podcast, mad different places. You know, I was talking to somebody that's retired and he was saying he was at an event talking to another retired person and they was talking about permission to speak freely. So just shout out to the listeners and the supporters and the people that like always show their appreciation. So shout out to y'all, and I definitely think our first shot should be for them.
Yeah, most definitely. 100. Everything echoed, everything Dumbo just said, man. Shouts out to the listeners, man. Moving forward, man. Let's keep doing big things, man. And for the next 5 years.
Y'all ready?
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I got the shot glass from my guy, from Courtney. So let's do it. Salute.
Salute.
Man. I don't know what y'all drinking. That Don is.
That will remain nameless.
Yeah, I'm drinking that. I say what I'm drinking. I'm drinking Don Julio and Mayo. It's good. It's good. You know what I mean?
That shit hit the bottom of my stomach.
Somebody just burped. And I said, I'm not editing this episode. That's whoever.
It wasn't me. Yeah.
Somebody's going to horrify the listeners with that shit.
They're tough, right?
Aaron, it is on you, bro.
For
it is on you, man.
All right. So recently, Vice President Dick Cheney passed away. I think he was 84. I need to double check that, but
yeah, he was 84.
84. Thank you. So Vice President Dick Cheney, arguably probably the most powerful vice president.
Yes.
Some people think you might categorize him as like the most overqualified person to be a vice president. Just his legacy, his impact. He served in all forms and facets of government. He was the chief of staff for president. He served through 3 regimes: Nixon, Ford. He was representative of Wyoming. Served on various committees of intelligence, budget. He was Secretary of Defense under George H.W. Bush during Desert Storm and during the post-Cold War. He actually hired his former mentor as a Secretary of Defense, which is Secretary Don Rumsfeld. He's just overqualified, man. Some people say that as a result of what was going on 9/11, the reach of executive powers and executive branch for the president that was pushed by his initiatives.
Yeah, the Patriot Act and all that shit.
Patriot Act, all that. So right now, some of the things that our current administration is using to enact change or push forward the agenda and everything, it ties back to Dick Cheney. If you want to use like a pop culture reference, an allegory, some people feel like Dick Cheney was like Tywin Lannister at Game of Thrones, like the number 2, but had so much influence. He like Stringer Bell or something. That's how some people felt that he was. Christian Bale, he played him in that movie Vice. I might need to revisit that. But yeah, Dick Cheney, he like anybody, a complex legacy, but an unquestioned legacy of service as a person in government. But yeah, his legacy to me is the importance of being in every room and the value of like, hey, a number 2 should be really a number 1. So, over to y'all.
I ain't got nothing to say.
Yeah, Cheney, man.
Ah, damn. Okay. Well, maybe you can watch Vice, but
yeah.
You said enough, dog. Like,
I did.
Yeah,
you did it. You went through all his accolades and everything.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the first time we read Gatekeepers, right? Knowing about the influence of a chief of staff.
Yeah.
He knew every in out of government.
Yeah.
So that level of awareness. Yeah, I'm not saying George W. Bush didn't have his hand at the wheel of the government as president, but we know the vice president did.
Yeah.
You only know certain vice president, Dan Quayle, Al Gore. Who else we got?
Yeah.
Kamala Harris. But vice president.
Damon was about to do the same thing as me. Hey, prayers to the family.
Prayers to the family.
Prayers to the family.
My condolences, man.
Prayers to the family, dog. Prayers to the family. Like, they going through it. Somebody is going through it.
Yeah.
I did that shit for Hulk Hogan. I ain't about to do it for Dick Cheney, too.
Hey, I said complex legacy. That's what I said.
Complex, man.
Hey, shout out to the fam. Now let's like when we talk about flowers, somebody put this in here, right? When we talk about flowers, somebody said did the McPond. Who this you, Damon, or this Aaron?
No, this is me.
Yeah, this Aaron's topic.
This is me, man.
All right. What you got, man?
Oh, okay. Well, salute? No, okay. All right. I don't think McPond Honea got enough credit for just the way he was in the office.
Mm-hmm.
I remember the first time when I heard that he was going to be the McPond. The first person that told me, "Yo, man, that's a good dude," it was Dean.
Yeah.
From interacting with him in when he was PAC. I guess he was PAC, Fleet, whatever, right?
Yeah.
If you saw him, you talked to him, he still always carried himself as a bosun's mate.
Yeah.
Who happened to be the MCPON. And other MCPONs that I've met, you could talk to them, but the down-to-earth approachability, I've been through enough MCPONs where to me, I don't think there has been a MCPON that's been as approachable, as relatable as him.
Mm-hmm.
My XO right now, he's an MSC officer, right? Did one ship, whatever. And he said the first chief that he actually saw and had a healthy fear of was BMCS Honea, right? So some people who are in these fleets and MCPON jobs, like, to have stories with them, sometimes it's far in between.
Yeah.
For people, you have to come through the ranks. And for the MCPON to be a bosun's mate, when you say that, it just, I don't think we really appreciated the grassroots MCPON, so to speak.
Yeah. I mean, yes. Yeah. And we definitely ain't give him his flowers on this pod, like the way we probably could have. But he, like you just said, from a bosun's mate to like being on Capitol Hill, you know what I mean? Like fighting for the rights of sellers and, shit like that. The things that don't really get published in books. I just recently saw like a instruction on being a MCPON or something that just recently got signed and released. I just saw that this week by a new CNO. And like, so all of that shit, that's on that instruction and that guidance. And if you're a seller, and I hate doing this, but if you want to see it, let me know. You know what I mean? Let us know. We get it to you. But yeah. So, but it's there. It's in writing. What does the MCPON do? It's there. It's in writing. And he was doing a lot of that shit. And like you said, he was connecting the people. It wasn't no smudges as he left. Like it was like, because there've been a couple MCPONs where as they were leaving, a weird thing happened or something. Not necessarily a knock against them, but some of them it was a knock against them. But a weird thing happened. Another dude had to get out early or fired from the role or whatever. Just a lot of things kind of happening. It wasn't like that with him. It's like, hey, I'm out. And he had done it for like 4 years or damn near 4 years. So he did the whole thing. And like you said, grassroots, right? From bosun's mate to MCPON, like did the damn thing, did it all. I was fortunate enough to at least be in the same room as the guy twice, but on top of that, the third time, which was the first time I took him on a tour. When we first got the seat, I took him on a tour of the base and walked around with him. And I'm getting used to people wanting pictures. Like sellers do that with me now when they graduate. They like, hey, can you take a picture? They get their parents to take pictures of me and them. I'm getting used to that. So I can't imagine just, what he had to go through, just doing all that. Like, I can't imagine that every day. Like, it's almost like you famous, That's how it felt. Like, people was lining up to take pictures with the MCPON. And staying humble through all that. So, yeah, definitely. Shout out to him.
Like, every time I saw him talk, people talk about code switching or reading the room and changing the way that you speak in certain rooms. To me, every time, I follow that stuff, there was no change up.
Yeah.
The same way he spoke on the Hill, the same way I see him talking about the Cowboys at B-Dubs or something. He's going to talk matter of fact. And I wish that more of us in leadership, at our level and above would speak that way.
Yeah. And also, like, the ombudsman, the family side of the house, who his CNO was also very kind of bogged down on that too. But him and his wife were super, super, super into making sure that the family and the ombudsman kind of angle was embraced as well. So I do want to, and her name is Evelyn, right? So his wife, Evelyn. I do want to shout her out too, because I almost can't, every time he talk about her. Like, you almost can't really talk about him without talking about her. And yeah, I think they had a really good story.
Hey, let me add a little bit to that, man. Like, I just want to say, and I'm assuming you guys may agree or disagree with this, but how many MCPONs got their flowers while they while there was in?
None.
Right? Most of the time we talk about MCPON is if they got some negative shit going on, then you might hear people talking about them a little bit more. But I think that's something we should do more of, right?
Yeah.
Is give people their flowers while they doing the job, right? Why, if they're kicking ass, let's talk about it, right? Instead of it always being on the negative side of it. And that goes to a lot of leaders, not just the Mexico, a lot of leaders that's doing a great job. We end up when their careers are over and 2, 3 years or 4 years after that or something, we may talk about them. But you're right. He deserved his flowers. I was actually in the room with him one time. Didn't get to speak to him, didn't get to talk to him. But I knew once he spoke, I was like, oh shit, this dude right here. So when he said he's a Bosa Bay, I said, yeah, he's a Bosa Bay, man, right? And which was a good thing for me. That's what I want to hear. I want to hear somebody who's been through the trenches, right? Been through some of the stuff that you go through, and you know a Bosa Bay been through those trenches, man. So it's just one of those things, man, I think we should do more of, man. So I like the topic. I like the fact we talk about flowers, especially for a guy like him. Never was in nothing negative that I ever heard about him at all. And some of the things that he done, it's a list of things that he accomplished. And I don't think we talk about it enough.
Yeah. Hey, for the viewers on YouTube, forgive me as my screen, the sun is, I don't know what's going on out here, man. The sun is in time lapse or something. So my screen keep going up and down, and I keep trying to adjust it and change it. Like right now, it's super dark. So, hey, forgive me. I'm trying to navigate that. Now we are talking about Chiefs, and we are talking about Chiefs at high levels. So I want to shout out retired Fleet Master Chief Paul Kingsbury for launching the national CPOA. I'm gonna give a couple facts about it, and then I'm gonna ask y'all what y'all think about it. But so it is a 501c19 military service organization that's official. A very diverse board of directors, and when I say diverse, I just mean many different people from different places. That's what I mean by diverse, not the other diverse that we can't say. And then
you said we can't say diverse? What?
Yeah, that one. So the lines of effort of this organization. So again, the National Chief Petty Officers, and I was being sarcastic here when I said we can't say diverse, but
so I say diversity every damn day. Sure.
Okay. All right. Well, they are listening and figuring out which military entities are saying shit that we can't say. It's like Handmaid's Tale right now, bro. Like, I gotta stop. Man, shout out to retired Fleet Master Chief Paul Kingsbury for starting up the national, for being the chairman and one of the people to get it in gear of the National Chief Petty Officers Association. I'm going to go through a few of the lines of effort. Advocacy on Capitol Hill is number one on that list, the lines of effort that he spoke about, like getting over there and actually having some impact on decisions that's made for our sellers, right? Professional development, right? They talked about championing podcasts hosted by Navy Chiefs. So I could see us somewhere in that. Somebody going to show us some love somewhere.
Or some love.
Strengthening our network as Chiefs, something that we could always do better. And strengthening our history. So they the lines of effort. Again, advocacy on Capitol Hill, professional develop, strengthening our network, strengthening our history. www.navychief.org. Check it out. Find out more. And you can even join now in the National Chief Petty Officer Association. It's $35 a year. You could join it right now. Or you could contact Ask the Chief at navychief.org and get more information or ask whatever question you got to ask. So we have an official 501c19 Chief Petty Officer Association. So what's your thoughts?
I like it, man. I mean, to be honest with you, I'm surprised, that this is something we just now starting, right? And that's kind of surprising to me. I even come to this base, man. You have your own little mess, but then you got the base mess that we are a part of also, right? We're like my squadron is a part of the base mess also. And I'm just surprised, man. You look at almost every, entity or whatever going on. It's big like this, right? So I'm surprised that we haven't. This is the first time we started something like this from like a national CPOA. So I like it. And then I like who's the chairman, Paul Kingsbury, man. That's my guy, man. Every time you talk to him, I feel like I'm learning something. You know what I mean, about something. Most definitely on board with this, and I ain't gonna lie, I will be joining this too, man. Just the communication piece of it, and just the talking about Chief stuff, and communication and listening to stories about things, man. That's what I do anyway a lot, man. I like listening to people who's going through some of the similar things, right? And one of those things, man, is always, man, your ceiling is your circle, man. Why not hang around some like-minded people, right? So
Oh, for me?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
What'd you think about it, man?
No, I'm like, damn, I love it. I mean, I think we missed the mark as an active mess in staying plugged in with the retiree mess.
Yeah.
That, like, with veterans, like, it's like the fraternity, the sorority, the brother, sisterhood of this organization, once you go D214, it wanes off. You don't ever stop being a chief. So I think for this, there are conversations and arguments and perspective that only the retiree community could leverage.
Yeah.
So this is codifying and putting it focused to doing it. Putting the OGs together to keep that experience alive. What's the saying? We losing recipes, right? As a culture, like this is how we're not losing that. We're keeping that lineage and those ties to our best traditions going forward. So yeah, I'm all for it.
Yeah.
And I'll join as well.
Yeah. And I want to give another shout out to Paul, who seems to continue to be the bridge when it comes to being a chief in CPOA, no matter what. Like they teach in that book in SEA, right? The chief petty officer manual that he made, they teaching that. Now he created the petty officer guide, of course, but like he just continues to be involved in the mess still, So I can only imagine his impact when he was in, if this is impact now that he's out. Some people get out and they done. You know what I mean? So just to have that energy to keep finding ways to refine what it is that we're doing. And this thing could be like anything when it comes to Chiefs, this thing could be as big as we want it to be. This association could be as big as, and I'm sure Paul got the right people. I think I saw Samara.
Yeah, I saw her on there too.
Yeah, she a part of that. So I think he got the right people there that's going to be able to have the right conversations and stuff like that. So we're going to see what happens here.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah. Do y'all know who Kanisha Collins is? I think Aaron might, but I'm sure Damon doesn't.
I did not, but I have looked at a little bit of content.
Okay. Now, did you already know who Kanisha Collins was?
No.
And she's in the Army. Aaron, did you already know who she was?
I know her without knowing her. Like she's come across my algorithm, but I didn't know her name.
Yeah.
I don't follow her, but she has still come up on my algorithm multiple times.
She in the Army. I don't know her rank. I think she at E6. I don't remember. I don't know her rank. I ain't do enough due diligence to get her rank. But I'm not going to go too deep when it comes to Kanisha Collins, but she was counseled before on it was either IG or TikTok Live. She was counseled by her leadership on either IG or TikTok Live. Now, she's a content creator, of course, right? Like that's one thing I got to say, right? She's a content creator. She creates a diverse amount of content, like different stuff, right?
Yeah.
My question for y'all is, is it ever okay to counsel somebody on social media like IG or TikTok Live?
No. I the saying, praise in public, reprimand in private.
Yeah,
I try to do that. Now, sometimes you gotta shoot a hostage, but you should exhaust multiple means before it comes to that. It just seems like it's some type of putting someone in stocks for mass execution on a guillotine.
Yeah.
Right? you might see an open captain's match. You'll never see an open Chiefs DRB, would you?
No.
Why? Well, why not? That's not for everyone. You know what I'm saying? So,
Hey,
I don't agree with it.
Yeah, Dumbo is a story. She got canceled. She canceled somebody.
She got canceled.
She got canceled.
Leadership. Yeah.
And the reason why I'm no on it is because it's an environment you can't control, bro. You know what I mean? Like, who knows what she may say, or who may say what. And I think if it's live, bro, you can't control that outcome, man. Right? So ain't no way I'm finna go live with that, man, and can't control it, especially being in the military and things like that. Ain't no way I'll be going live and doing nothing like that.
Yeah, they even had a countdown, bro. Like, they had like a countdown to the counseling session.
That's crazy, man.
That's like,
you think that's planned?
Twisted.
Is that planned to be like
it was a countdown? So
that's some type of twisted clout chasing.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Well, did they feel so embarrassed by what she said, or like, because even if you know, when I look at her content, she tracks like anybody who I see every day at my command or a previous command.
Yeah.
Like the way she talks and some of the issues she talks about mental health, trying to get seen and all that.
Yeah, well, I mean, now, especially now, because she's going through, because I guess so this was like a year ago. I guess she challenged it or something, or filed a grievance I'm off on some of this, but like for bullying or some shit. And like all that shit got like pretty much unfounded, right? Everything she challenged was unfounded about being publicly counseled. It was all everything came back unfounded. She found out more. I guess she thought like this leader like operated like by themselves, didn't know like this leader had permission by the person above them to do this, like this whole thing or whatever. So, but I know she was pretty pissed off at that. And I was wondering from y'all, like, cause she's a social media personality. So I was wondering from y'all, did y'all think it would like, the apology gotta be as loud as the offense or whatever type thing? I also disagree. I don't think you should ever, that ain't even something I would ever even want to do.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like you said, that's twisted clout chasing. Like, it's just weird.
Yeah. I mean, I don't want to see certain things. I don't want to see content created by certain types of content by people in uniform, wearing uniform. But then what's the line? Like, if I see something that's fun, that's cool. But then they say something else. Like, what's slippery slope? What's the line going to be?
I mean, even if I'm counseling you though, it ain't going to be live on, like, even if you did something wild live, I'm not going to hit you up back live and, and do all that. Like, it ain't like, you're not Kanye. Like, I see Kanye supposed to be talking to some rabbi or something we ain't doing that. Let's go to this room, sit down, and let's just have this conversation. We had Charlie on here. Charlie said somebody hit him up before, told him pull a video, but they ain't put him on social media and counsel him and all that. It was like, hey, just pull that video, stuff like that. So I feel real weird about the existence of a video of a seller being counseled on, like, well, not a seller, a soldier being counseled on live by their superior. It just seemed weird to me.
Yeah, me too. 100%. All right, man. Shit, let's get into this hero of the week. Right? So, hey, it's on me this week, of course. That's why I'm talking about it. But I want to pick somebody this week, man, that was a little bit closer. Normally, when I pick one, it's like way back, older, whatever, right? So I'll pick somebody a little bit, doing our time anyway. And it is Staff Sergeant Jared C. Monty, right? For his conspicuous gallantry and intrepidity at the risk of his life above and beyond the call of duty. Staff Sergeant Jared C. Monty distinguished himself by act of gallantry and intrepidity above and beyond the call of duty while serving as a team leader with headquarters troop, 3D Squadron, 71st Cavalry Regiment, 3D Brigade, Combat Team, 10th Mountain Division, in connection with the combat operation against an armed enemy in Nuristan Province in Afghanistan on June 21st, 2006. While Staff Sergeant Monty was leading a mission aimed at gathering intelligence and directing fire against the enemy His 16-man patrol was attacked by as many as 50 enemy fighters. On the verge of being overrun, Staff Sergeant Monty quickly directed his men to set up a defensive position behind a rock formation. He then called for indirect fire support, accurately targeting the rounds upon the enemy who had closed to within 50 meters of his position while still directing fire. Staff Sergeant Monty personally engaged the enemy with his rifle and a grenade, successfully disrupting an attempt to flank his patrol. Staff Sergeant Monty then realized that one of the soldiers was lying wounded in the open ground between the advancing enemy and the patrol position. With complete disregard for his own safety, Staff Sergeant Monty twice attempted to move from the behind cover of the rocks into the face of relentless enemy fire to rescue his fallen comrade, determined not to leave his soldier. Staff Sergeant Monty made a third attempt to cross open terrain through intense enemy fire. On this final attempt, he was mortally wounded, sacrificing his own life in an effort to save his fellow uncommon valor, to save his fellow soldier staff's uncommon valor, or in keeping with the highest tradition of military service and reflect great credit upon himself, headquarters troop, 3rd Squadron, 71st Cavalry Regiment, 3rd Brigade, Combat Team, 10th Mountain Division, and of the United States Army. Now, I picked this one of somebody sacrificing their life. And me and Dumbo used to do Hero of the Week, and we always talked about, would we do that, right? Or not. And we was kind of like, we don't know. We get put on the spot. Who knows, right? So I was always in that who knows what I would do in that situation. And now as I'm getting older, I'm thinking I would do it, right? I'm pretty sure that I would do some of the stuff that these guys would do. And the only reason why I say that is because we go back to what we learned and what we trained on in our fundamentals, right? We only know what we know, right? And I feel like if this is what I do every day, taking care of my sailors, taking care of my soldiers, whenever things hit the fan, I feel like we're a team, we're a family, and we want to bring everybody back, right? So now, as I'm getting older now in the military, man, I think I will do what's necessary to try to bring everybody back home, man. I'm pretty convinced now that I would do that.
Yeah, me too. I don't even think I'm thinking about dying. I'm thinking about getting the job done. You know, I think naturally my job is getting the job done, not dying. So yeah, I would definitely. Yeah, I don't see no. Yeah, I agree. I think that the Marine, like their unit names. So staff, shout out to Staff Sergeant Jared C. Monty, and thanks for his contributions, ultimate contribution. Honestly, that's the reason why we celebrate days like today. And Memorial Day, but also still days like today. Just celebrating our armed service members. Whenever day we do it, I encompass everybody in those days. Yeah. That unit names, they don't be like super long to y'all, like the Marines. That don't be like 75th Headquarter, 8th Battalion, 16 to the right wing off the sideline. Like, damn, Marines.
Man. But I mean, they still know how to break it down. If you say second Mardiv, then they know who that is. They still able to break it down to.
I was about to say, like, yo, what Staff Sergeant Monty? You know, the one from 65th Headquarters, 17th Battalion, 8th Wing on the sideline, on side back. That dude. She's like, damn, that's a
Hey, they'll say it like they say the battalion, raw, quick. You know what I'm saying? I got a bunch of green side cats around me, you know.
Yeah.
So they rifle it off like it ain't nothing, man.
Damn. Yeah, they do.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you bring about that Veterans Day, and it's like, I'm pretty sure tomorrow, when the president or the secretary of war or the chairman, they're gonna, vice president, they'll talk about our warriors, our service members, our professionals, our warriors, and you've been hearing about warrior ethos a lot, lately, a lot, and I fear there's a lot of bad actors who are saying what warrior ethos is. And really it isn't. And people think about these big macho people, you know, looking like somebody from a Jack Carr book on Terminalist character. That's not a warrior. That's a version of a warrior. So I've been hearing that. It's been irking me a lot. Like most things, I get irked, right? So I started going down a rabbit hole of warrior ethos. And, you know, I got the book Warrior Ethos, and then I had this one that I posted a couple times. And this book is written by someone who actually taught at Annapolis. And she talked about warrior ethos and codes of ethics, right?
Can you hold the book up again?
Code the Warrior, Exploring Warriors Past and Present. Right? So right here.
Okay.
So the foreword is by Senator John McCain. So we should know who John McCain is, right? He was a POW. He was an aviator, and then he became a senator, right? Famously, he ran for president. And he was known for his grace. You know, he's kind of called the Maverick, right? But as I read this, I looked in the foreword, and a couple things jumped out to me. And I'm going to share it. But he quoted his friend, William P. Lawrence. So William P. Lawrence, you know, he's the namesake of the ship. He's also a Vietnam POW. And he said that a warrior is someone who places interest of country, their own welfare, and safety of their subordinates above his or her own. That's how he qualified as a warrior, right? So Senator McCain, he closed off this foreword that really resonated with me. And he said that the code of the warrior not only defines how he should interact with his own warrior comrades, but how he should treat other members of society, his enemies, and the people he conquers. The code restrains the warrior. It sets boundaries on his behavior. It distinguishes honorable acts from shameful acts. Now, why am I sharing that? Secretary Hegseth, he spoke at the Pentagon. He talking about like mass, transition, not reform. When he spoke to the generals and admirals, he talked about warrior ethos. He talked about unshackling the warfighter. If someone thinks unshackling the warfighter means that they could do whatever they want, then they're mistaken. A warrior is someone who's restrained. A warrior is someone who has calm. A warrior is someone who they understand and they're proficient at war and violence, but they abhor the use of it because they know the cost. You know, we talked about the Nimitz. When Admiral Nimitz, they're signing the surrender, he wasn't smiling because he knew the cost of war and what it cost to get to that point. All the letters that were sent home, you know, everything. So when we talk about war, it's not about, you know, this big red pill macho person acting crazy, about this person who has restraint, who's like trying to be professional in their craft. They honor their oath, and they're more restrained because they know they're held to a higher standard as a professional in the profession of arms. Not some bullshit, want to be John Rambo. That's a warrior.
And I put that on M fast, D fast, and your mama ass. Yeah.
Can't stage you, man. So that's one book. All right.
Hey, that was Aaron. It's time. Shot number 2. Hey, you want to?
I got the Chuck. You want Charles Davis? Where's he at? I got to put it for him.
You want to lead us off in this shot, Damon? I got a Camp David joint, little Camp David shot glass.
Yeah, I just got a regular shot glass, man. You know, this shout out to the fam, man, to the families, man. Like this shout out to you guys, man. This shout out to coming up with content weekly, man. Talking with each other, man. I learned so much from these conversations, man. Right? Just general conversations, people going through things, we talking about stuff. This is on the pod, off the pod, this in the text messages or whatever the case may be, man. So shouts out to everybody, man. Shouts out for us, you know, wanting, like I learned earlier, you want to do something because you either love it or like it, right? Some people do things, man. Sometimes they do it because they have to. but you're gonna get the best every time because you either like it or love it. Right? That's kind of how I look at it, man. So shots out to you guys. Shots up, man, for the second one, bro.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Salute.
Hey.
Yeah.
So I want
Like Martin.
Yeah.
I got this one. So I want us to have a conversation that's kind of like proctored by Aaron, because I feel like we didn't have this conversation like 4 different times on our anniversary. So maybe Aaron might have some fresh thoughts. But before that happens, I want to give a shout out to the team. From Saul to Tish to anybody whoever did artwork for us, to anybody whoever did any kind of so you got Denise, we got Tyra, Aaron, anybody whoever did. Kobe has now gotten us guests. Anybody whoever did anything for us, like Damon just said, our spouses.
Alana, right?
Alana, she been a guest. Alana just been a guest a million times. We love Alana.
Mm-hmm.
To you, Aaron. To you, Damon. Just, before we even get started having any conversation about it being our 5th fucking year, that's big. First of all, 5 years, that's big anywhere you go. Whatever it is you do, 5 years of not getting fucking paid to do something is amazing.
Yeah.
I want to shout out to y'all, man, for doing this for 5 years, man. It's and one thing I'll talk about before we do anything else is even though I ain't seen Damon in 5 years, or 4 years, but it's still an exchange of spirit, an exchange of emotion, an exchange of personality, an exchange of a whole bunch of things. It's still a lot, and text messages don't. Like we communicate on a phone and we communicate via text. Text messages don't always do justice to certain conversations, nuances and shit like that. They just don't do justice. So just being able to maintain cohesion and shit like that through 5 years of text messages and haphazard messages and sometimes messages that you don't understand what person's saying, and sometimes messages where the person ain't understand what they was saying. Y'all know the history of these messages. Ain't nothing new, man. And I require, you got to walk me down from yard 1 to yard 100. Like, you got to walk me down. You know what I mean? So just us being able to do this for this fucking long, man. It's something to be happy about. It's something to be happy about going through. I've been to 5 different commands in 5 years, and
crazy work, man.
Throughout all of that, we've done this consistent. And we only got more consistent as time went by. So just a shout out to y'all, especially you, Damon, man. So much, man. It's so much. We on 5 fucking years of this shit,
5 years, brother. 5 years, man. And we just getting started, man. I'll be honest with you. That's kind of how I feel about it, man. Yeah. I feel like, man, I'm just motivated. And a lot of that stuff comes from, like I said before, man, your ceiling is your circle, man. When I hang around you guys, I'm talking with you guys, man, it's like, it motivates me, to even go out, even for work, man. I come off an episode like this, man, talking about stuff, and I'm ready to go to work tomorrow. You know what I mean?
Last episode.
Yeah.
Fucking.
Yeah, bro. that stuff
Y'all's
is like
in your bag, man.
Yeah, that stuff is like it's motivating, man. To talk about, if you guys didn't even understand, man, like for me, man, I'm not one of those people that goes out and say, hey, I'm finna go out here today and change the world and change this, man. I go out there and say, I stay in my, I'm trying to say, man, I stay in my moment, right? When a sailor come in and had this conversation, I'm in that moment right there.
Yeah.
I'm not the person that's thinking about, I should say this and shit. No, I am right there with them in that moment, locked in, ready to rock and roll. When we do the podcast, I'm locked in with you guys in that moment right there. And some stuff may come out that I may not put in my notes. But that's what we do, man. And that's the type of stuff that I love doing, man. It's like, it's authentic. When I hear you guys talk, I know it's coming from the heart. I know it's coming from you guys. And man, I love those type of conversations. That's another one of the big reasons, man. I get up on Saturdays and do this shit for a long time, man. So
Yeah. Aaron, can you please proctor us through a conversation about us being at 5 years? The reason why I'm asking you to do it, because me and Damon had done it 4 times, and we probably ran out of, topics or questions to ask each other about this. And it's our 5th year, and this deserves some conversation.
Yeah, I got that for action. I'll try to grab Tyra for it too if I can.
I'm talking about right now, man.
Oh, right now?
Okay. Right now. You got it for action. Right now, bro.
So, all right. So I'll shout out my guy, Stephen Cole, once again. You met him on the phone one time, Donald.
Yeah.
He put me on to y'all. And y'all went from, it was the podcast boom of COVID, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it was like, yo, you had something to say. Everybody got something to say, right? So y'all had something to say.
Yeah.
Do you feel that you were able to say what you initially wanted to say? Did you get your shit off the first time?
Oh, so the South got something to say. Maybe Andre Benjamin. No, the one episode, like I have a couple of like dream episodes. And most of them I don't have enough gonads to ask for. But so one of my dream episodes hasn't happened yet. And it's about resources for sexual assault prevention and readiness. It's one of those type of episodes. So we still ain't do it yet. And it's a couple of episodes. We just locked down one of my episodes that I always wanted to do. So that's going to be fun. That was a guest-based episode. And then doing more with Junior Sellers, that's like really the goal. But for the Junior Sellers, y'all got to email us, man. Y'all can't hit us on Instagram in the comments. Y'all got to email us so Tyra could get those emails and she could respond.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, for me, man, I have some things to say too, man. And one of it, I talked to Dumbo about this a couple times, man. I be interested in people's thoughts and where they come from so they can think how they think the way they think, right? So I would love to do interviews on Dumbo from like when he was interview when he was coming up. Like, you know what I mean? Because Dumbo has an intriguing way he think about stuff. You too, Aaron, you guys think about stuff in a different way. And it's sometimes it's deep, sometimes it's light, and sometimes it's whatever. But I like to go back and dig sometimes, be like, well, let me interview this so I can find out, okay, where these roots come from.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, in my family, people do it to me also, man, because I'm the type of person that's always energetic, always like, want to go out and positive and all this stuff. And people ask me questions like, where that shit come from? Right? So I like to do that to other people too, man, and talk about like, okay, where is this come from? Where did it start? Right? I think that's something that not for somebody to go that path. But like I said last week, man, somebody always can pull something from that though and learn something from it. Right? So that's kind of where I'm at, man. We got most definitely got more to come, more to deliver, man. And I can't wait to do it.
Yeah, I think the flash in the pan or the bottle, and this going to explain me, but it's not going to explain much if you don't really understand what I'm saying. But for me, to kind of respond to what Damon was saying, this is about to sound crazy. Yeah, I think the most magical moment in hip hop history that I think will never be implemented, will never ever be done again is Nas's Illmatic. I think that Illmatic is the best moment ever for rap. And if I ever could own a moment, the moment I will own is Illmatic. Like if I was ever to rap, it would be Illmatic. And that there drives me. That makes me who I am in every single way. That.
So y'all were some guys who had something to say, right? And then all of a sudden you became like a voice of the culture, even though you didn't want to be a voice of the culture.
Mm-hmm.
The culture being, that military person, just like, yo, I'm not just all military. I'm thinking about other things, right?
Yeah.
And then you kind of transition to a place where people are kind of like coming to you to be like, hey, this nav admin job. What's PTF? But how does PTSF look at it? So have y'all embraced that as far as being a voice for the culture? a representative of the culture? Or you're like, nah, we just here, we got an opinion, we moving. Do you embrace being a voice of the culture, or is like, nah, we're just some folks trying to express ourselves?
I look at it through two lenses. So the first lens, I embrace it as much as I can without being corrupted by that. Like, I don't want that to ever. And I like for instance, we do these pods and we ask about like Destination Barbecue or Kanisha, and I already know when we start, right? Like, Damon don't know this shit. You know what I mean? Like, and for me, as crazy as it is, I love that about it because it gives a certain purity to Damon and like and again, that's another thing I'm saying that's probably way deep that I'm never going to explain to anybody, right? But it gives a certain purity to Damon and like his intentions. Like, I know all this shit that's trending because I'm always like wrapped up in just whatever's out, whatever's happening or whatever like that on social media and all that shit. So it's a push-pull thing. I'm not even at all concerned about Damon being so caught up in like this impact shit that it matters. And for me, I won't ever get caught up in this impact shit that it matters is because I've been involved in creating in other ways. And I know how it feels to be successful in it a little bit and how it feels to crash and burn. You know what I mean? So I'll never let being a voice of the culture impact any decision that I make. So yes, I embrace being a voice and helping people on the low, looking at packages and all that shit. I wish that y'all could look at some of those packages because they send it to the damn podcast. They don't send it to me personally. So wow. Anybody can look at it. But I do embrace it, but I don't let it get to my head.
Hey, you know what? The nav admin thing, man, I'm gonna hit that one real quick because the only reason why I love doing the nav admin piece, man, is because I had this chief before, man. That was the first class, and he used to put out these nav admin. He used to read them, the nav admin, and I used to see people's faces too. Like, what the fuck is he talking about? Mm-hmm. Right? Because it's hard to understand. So I do like the fact that we go through these nav admins and putting our opinions on things too. After we could read it out and then we kind of talk about what we think about it, right? So I do like that. And I think that's something that people relate to, right? People relate to me talking from a young cat from Mississippi talking about nav admins, and I can talk, about that in like what I say common sense. Right? This is what they're saying instead of reading this thing off, straight off nav admins and nobody understand what the hell it's talking about. So I kind of like that portion of it, man. Being a voice and all that stuff, man, as long as I got an opinion on something and ain't nobody, getting off, talking crazy to me about it, man, I'm good with it, man, because that's what we built on, man. We are built on different things, people talking a different way, saying things a different way. And we learn from all that stuff, man. Like the way I think about it, we can have one situation and then all three of us talk about it. And all three of us have a different way of talking about it. And that's what I like. And you know how many times I didn't sit here, I could be in my division, I could be in my command, I could be whatever, and somebody say something and it could be eye-opening because I wasn't even thinking about it like that. So that's the love and the respect I got for this podcast. I got for everything, man. It's like, it's so many different ways of doing things to get to a common goal. And right. So when people come in and they mad about your opinion, they mad about this opinion, who cares, man? Right. It's an opinion. So long as we can keep doing that and keep making good content, man, and talk about things like that, I'm great, man.
But last question, man. The year is 2030. Where and what is PTSF doing? Where do you want it to be?
I'm going to let Damon go first.
Hey, man, I'm going to go first, man, because I'm hoping in 2030 I'll be retired, man, right? So in 2030, I'm retired. And I do think in 2030, my language and the way I say things may be a little bit different too in 2030, right? My delivery is going to be a little bit different in 2030. Some people going to like it. Some people may not like it, but it's going to be a little bit different. I'm hoping at that point in time, we have transitioned more to doing things that are live, right? And people that can come in and ask questions, because I think, and I'll be honest with you, with everybody, when it comes to this leadership thing and this Navy thing, I feel like I'm at my best when it's live, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I just feel that way, man. When somebody asks me a straight up question and I feel like I'm giving you a straight up answer back, I just feel like I'm at my best. Right? Because I got passion and feeling about certain things, man. And then, of course, when you've been in as long as we've been through some things, so we can talk about some stuff, right? So that's what I'm hoping for, man. I'm hoping to get bigger people on the platform. Not that we haven't had big people. I'm hoping to get bigger people on the platform, and hopefully we can do more things together, right? Like in the same room together and talk about things together. And hopefully that can happen, because for me, boy, I think us in the same room feeding off each other can be crazy.
Yeah.
Right. So I most definitely am looking forward to things like that.
Yeah. So everything Damon just said, all of that. And then I want to add, I don't want to go too deep into shit, because I don't really want nobody kind of, taking the plans and the sauce. You know what I mean? But I want to say that I don't want to, and we need a lot of help. Like, we need a Discord leg. We need some younger people that know how to use all this other shit. But what I do want to sprout out of this is a couple other podcasts. I would like a Women in the Navy podcast. That's a permission to speak freely like product, but it's completely theirs. And I also want to see a permission to speak freely, like a junior seller version of it, and then just another version of it with different names. Of course, they won't be called permission to speak freely, but they would be entities of whatever it was that we do. And by 2030, it might be whatever it was that we did. I think that I think Aaron and Damon to be retired by 2030, maybe. I'm not.
Oh, that's the exact year I'm retiring.
Okay, yeah. So y'all will be retired
2028 or 2030. That's the year I'm retiring.
Yeah, I'll be most likely retired by then. I don't know if I got it.
Nah, you'll be probably screened for McPon by then.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. But I want to say that I don't want to pigeonhole two retired brothers and to just talk about military. We even got like some civilian topics coming up, but I don't want to pigeonhole two retired brothers to talk about military. So when we will transition to being a veterans, it's Veterans Day, right? We'll transition to being a veteran-led podcast talking about veteran topics, along with still the civilian shit. Like, if we were a civilian topic podcast right now, Max Biggerval is home. I'm ready to talk about Max B being out of jail.
Surfer, baby.
Yeah, right. Wave God. Like, but we not. So it's a lot of things we just kind of don't talk about. So just seeing how beautiful that transition could be as our audience grows with us, and then maybe we can talk to active duty people and we could say more shit that we want to say on the active side and kind of proctor more conversations that we want to have with people that's active duty. Hopefully our stock is up. I want to say this, a beautiful part about what we do right now is a lot of the retired, like, OGs, like, and I don't get into this a lot. We don't talk about a lot of shit happen behind the scenes. They embrace what we do, and we have really good conversations. And it's a lot of shit that we're building that you might not see it until the year. It's just like, and sometimes it's like, just keep hiding. Just keep hiding. Just keep hiding. Because this gonna happen. This gonna happen. Just keep hiding. Just keep hiding. It's shit that's gonna happen. So yeah. That's 2030. And there's some other shit, but I ain't telling y'all.
Yeah.
Stay tuned.
Yeah.
Stay tuned.
You got a roll right now?
Yeah, I got to go pick up the little one from school.
Uh-huh.
But I want to put some quotes that I took from you, from the pod, right? Especially from last episode. Last episode, I think, was like, if it was like an old school album, is one of them cuts where it's like, yo, that song went hard. Right. Yeah. And it's also from Relentless, some things that y'all said, right? You said, well, I think, I don't know if it's you, Damo, or maybe Damon. It's kind of like, you gotta be so good to the point to where the hate doesn't matter.
Yeah, that was me.
Yeah, Damo.
Right. That was you. Right. Talking about maybe Relentless, y'all said your paraphrase, it's kind of like, yo, be so good that you are the break glass in case of emergency type person. There's a pod where you said, y'all talked about kind of going through the motions and how you kind of feel like you wake up and you're on this assembly line, like you're on like a treadmill belt, and you done ran a bunch of miles and you got off it, but you ain't really go nowhere.
Yeah.
Right? So if you're going to be putting in all this movement, make sure you're going towards something. And the last thing, and it came off episode with Dean, and y'all was talking about what you want to do, like what you do, what we do in this uniform does not cap who we are as a creative, as whatever. So this pod has allowed people to see that, hey, you have one part of you that's uniform, another part of you for your creative pursuits, whatever they are. So that's my biggest takeaway from this podcast as a fan, as a contributor, and now as a member of a team officially, man. You know, your ceiling is higher than just the uniform.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
You know, so I thank y'all for that on this platform.
Thank you.
100.
Thank you. And like last episode, just for the listeners, our last episode, that shit should have been food for y'all for the next. You know, we say we not a leadership pod. Like most of that, outside of that risk of conversation, as some of our captains that listen ain't like. But outside of the risk of conversation, I ain't gonna say ain't like they challenge the thoughts, you know. But outside of that, and shout out that I love them. So, but outside of that, like that episode was like it should have been food. We don't do the leadership shit a lot, and that wasn't like leadership via like Jim Collins or not. And that was like leadership for sellers from sellers that fucking did it. You know, and that shit there should be food for you. If I'm a young seller, I'm popping that episode. I'm be honest, like I'm popping that episode in like every 6 months or something. Like I need that motto for sure. That episode there was food. It's a lot of shit on there, a lot of quotes, a lot of shit on there for you to take. And that shit is from us just naturally, like not prepped, you know? And I think that's what PTSF could be in by 2030 as well, is like just dictating the language that we use every now and then. Like it's a lot of episodes there. It's a lot of shit we do that's just language. Like the dinosaur shit. That shit should have been language. It's way more. Like, you know, I zero out at the pursuit of excellence. That's language. Like we, and that ain't me doing a fucking retirement speech. That was an episode last week. That's all that was last week's episode. You know, so like let's continue that, and let's continue to add to the language and create and add to the culture. But hey, 5 years, man. 5 years is amazing. 5 years is amazing, man.
I'm not the one you think I am, brother. I will take 20 years of the military and beat your ass. You understand me?
5 years.
5 years, brother.
Hey, well, as you're leaving there, and I do want to give y'all flowers. We gave some flowers to some people. I want to give y'all's flowers for the Cash Money No Limit. The follow up from the debate that we had. So I saw what the general public had to say. That's why I'm saying it. I watched most of the battle. I didn't get to like the Amelie part and all that, but I watched most of the battle and the verses. I can't say who won based off my own general opinion, but I think the general public had it at No Limit, like winning.
I think it should be Mia X and No Limit one.
Yeah, I heard Mia.
You look at the lioness, she there for a reason, man.
Boy, yeah. Mia X was eating, boy. Yeah. She was eating, man.
Big mama drama.
Now, does it matter that it was a Lil Wayne-less Cash Money?
Yeah, oh yeah.
It does.
Oh yeah.
It does 100,000%.
Lil Wayne, like
no Turk. Yeah, like,
Turk.
That's not
Turk.
No Hot Boys.
No Hot Boys.
It's kind of invalid a little bit.
But I tell you two parts, man. I know you guys probably seen in the media. I'm going to say this real quick, man. Hey, man, people need to put some respect on Master P, man. Master P always got a plan, bro.
Yeah.
He always got a plan on how he want to deliver shit, how he want to do things. And I'm going to give you two incidents, man. 2 times, man. When he said he started that stun shit, P said that on purpose, bro. Master P said that shit on purpose to come back with that bounty shit. Yeah. He said that on purpose. The other one I think he did on purpose when they came out with the song Project Chicks.
Yeah.
They said Project Chicks and they talk about women and all that stuff. And Master P them came back with Freak Hoes.
Yeah.
And in that Freak Hoes song, Mia X cut dudes up, bro. Yeah, she cut dudes up in that song, man. So I think he did those two on purpose.
Hey, there's songs he didn't unleash.
Yes. He had something like that too.
I'm going to stall you out.
Yeah. Yeah, no doubt. But Juvenile held it down for, I get Juvenile. Juvie was holding it down for Cash Money, though.
Yeah, and Juvie looked well oiled. Like he looked like he's been in the gym. Like,
Yeah.
We stopped. I stopped doing that, man. I'm ashamed about it, man. But, the dynamic came out, bro, and they looking for people, man. They looking, bro. I can't do. They looking for people that ain't professional, man. So I can't do Say Again. It was a couple moments I really wanted to do Say Again, man. They didn't came out with the dynamic and they looking for people.
Yeah, man. They
gotta lay low, man.
Yeah, man. But it's been real. I gotta get this little one from school.
All right, brother.
Man. A little no more. But hey, it's been real. Love y'all. And to the next time, man.
All right, brother.
Yeah, bro. Love. So yeah, my damn camera, damn it, is crazy. But so that battle, all of that, it not enough could be said about just Master P and just being able to get everybody. I saw Mac. Just being able to get everybody there and some time on screen. Because I think Turk was there, but he left or some shit.
No, he wasn't there. No, he wasn't there, bro, at all.
Oh, okay.
Turk wasn't there at all, man. I tell you, man, Master P, another thing I want to say real quick, man, with Mac talked about Master P a little bit and what he was like great at, man.
Yeah.
He said he was naming the things like every album had. They had like a target. So like, okay, every album gonna have something for the club. Every album gonna have something for the women. Every album's gonna have something for whatever.
Yeah.
And he said, that's what he planned. He said, everybody in the studio, and who's that for? Oh, that's for this album. Boom. He was just like making album by the week like that, man. But I tell you, man, you gotta respect somebody. But I think at the same time, putting albums like that, I think Master P knew it was an end game to it too, though. You can't keep doing that forever. You know what I mean? The way he was doing business. So I think he probably had an end game to it. But at the same time, man, like Aaron said, man, like it's some stuff out there that I was looking forward to hearing from No Limit that I ain't hear.
Yeah.
So it's some stuff. And then Cash Money, I think the whole thing, two things happened. One, look, we knew Lil Wayne wasn't there. And then you played that song.
Yeah.
Lil Wayne's song when he wasn't there, man. That was kind of crazy to me too. And then I felt like, I don't know if you noticed, man, I just felt like Master P was still in business mode, man. I feel like Cash Money, everybody was on something except Juvenile.
Yeah, that's what I mean. And that's when I said Juvie looked well oiled. And that's what I was going to say. It's just you got to credit that Master P being able to get everybody together and them being focused and prepared and ready. Cash Money was they look like Dipset. Like now when Aaron was saying about the Locks taking the Locks and Dipset battle the last time, Cash Money looked more like Dipset, like just disoriented. That was kind of my argument. Like, it's like, what's No Limit today? But Cash, it's like, really, it's what's Cash Money today? And it's some bad relationships and bad. Birdman was worried about NBA Youngboy and them up there. Like, he was talking about, what they were doing. So, so Cash Money just didn't look situated up there. Right. Juvie did his thing. But, even when I saw BG at first, BG going to do his thing because it's BG, but he ain't look situated. Like, they all looked out of order. They was playing hits. Hit after hit. But it just ain't hit right like it should have. But I just wanted to give y'all flowers, on that, because I know we debated. Somebody came in the comments the next week like, No Limit destroyed Cash Money. I was like, yo, shout out to you, bro.
Hey, man, I loved it, man.
Yeah, so they walked. So I guess No Limit, they walked their ass, for a little bit. On walks, I watched the movie. Did you see the movie The Long Walk?
I haven't, man. It looked crazy to me. That's why I didn't watch it though. Yeah.
So the concept, the concept is, you have to walk, right? It's about, I think it's 100 guys. I forgot how many, but I think it's 100 of them. And they gotta walk. And it's for money. Like, it's an impoverished world. It ain't no money really. So if you win, you get money. But it could only be one winner. And the winner is the person that's still walking. So the last person to walk is the winner. So you gotta survive, right? You gotta walk at a 3 mile an hour pace. If you lose your pace, you get a warning. If you lose the pace, you get one warning. And if you continue to lose the pace, you get a second warning, then you get a third warning. There's no more warnings after that. they kill you, right? The only way to get your warnings taken away from you is if you walk at pace for a mile. Right. So if you walk at pace for a mile, they drop one of the warnings. So you could go back down to 0 if you walk at pace for 3 miles straight. And you can't walk in the sidewalk. Anything else, you die. So if you got to poop, you probably gonna die. You know what I mean? Like if something happened to your foot, you're probably gonna die. You know what I mean? Like you just die. What I like, and it don't matter, rain, sleet, and there's a couple of things that they talked about. Like there's a couple of things they showed in the movie that I was wondering. Like they went uphill once. It's harder to maintain that 3 mile an hour pace going uphill. So like a lot of people died going uphill. You know what I mean? Like it was a lot. I would say this. I wanted the movie to be more than it was for me. And that's not the first time that happened for me, but I wanted more from that movie than I got. I liked it. It was good. It's a good experience. Decent. It ended to me abruptly, and I wanted more from it. I'm gonna say that. The other movie we were supposed to watch, the joint, the House of, what's it called? The House of what?
Dynamite?
The House of Dynamite. That shit ended like, bro, what was up with that? Like what was up with that?
Bro, that movie was so crazy. Hey, bro, but you know what, man? When I sit back and when I first watched it, I was like, what the fuck is going on right here, man? Right? That was my first impression. And then I started reading comments about it and what they was trying to do and how they was doing it. And they was telling me how they was saying how it got, all the episodes was filmed like totally different places, locations. They weren't even in the same spot and all this stuff. And I started thinking about it. I said, so what they look like to me, they was trying to do is just put us in the perspective of each one of them people. Like the president, and they was putting us in the same room as each one of them while the same thing is happening.
Yeah.
Right? So I kind of felt that was interesting, but it was after the fact though, bro. Like it was after the fact. Like, if you're in the military, watch House of Dynamite. If you work in DC, watch House of Dynamite. Just, check out how, and I know the Pentagon has some issues with it or whatever, but just check out House of Dynamite. It's pretty much it's like a nuclear weapon headed toward Chicago, and we are trying to fire at it with some deflective missiles or whatever, some defensive missiles or whatever it is, and they don't hit it. So ultimately it's going to hit Chicago. And it's 3 different points of view perspective from 3 different like operating stations, with the last one being a president's perspective of this whole ordeal. And it's a suspenseful movie. Like you on the edge of your seat, like trying to figure out what's going to happen. And then like the ending is just totally not unexpected. That's all I'm going to say, y'all. Yeah.
Then the last movie, Damon, is I want to shout out Frankenstein, man. I saw Frankenstein on Netflix and that shit was good. It's a beautiful movie, man.
Yeah. Yeah. I saw the first episode. Oh, no, that was Frankenstein.
That's a movie. Yeah, that was a movie. So, beautiful movie by Guillermo del Toro. And it made me think. It helped me as a parent, but it's one of those things that like, you don't ever think about this, but like, Dr. Frankenstein created this creature and then hated this creature that he created, And I just kept putting that in perspective, like, yo, how you hate something that you made? It took you years to come up with this and figure this out. Then you just treated it like total shit. Yeah. And hated it. Like, how did that even happen? And I never looked at Frankenstein from the perspective of a 40-year-old father. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I ain't 40 yet, but I never looked at Frankenstein from that. So now I'm watching it in today's time and like him saying like, hey, look, man, I'm never going to die. Just give me a companion. Just make me a companion. Mm-hmm. I'm never dying, I don't even get to do that. And, and Dr. Frankenstein is like, no, just being horrible, bro. Like from the moment he chained him up. Did you watch this?
No, I did not.
You got to watch it. Oh, bro, you got to watch it. I ain't going to say it's like crazy action, but it's good action. It's good special effects. It's directed by Guillermo del Toro. It's a good movie straight through. And it's told through the point of view of Dr. Frankenstein, and it's told through the point of view of the creature. It's told through both points of view. Yeah. But he does so much to make this thing, and then he hates it. Like, because because it ain't developing the way he wants it. And it puts some things into perspective because Amari, she going into like her 2-year-old, like the terrible twos. You know, and some days I'm like, yo, what the hell? You know, and it just made me think about him and like because his hatred of this thing came from just frustration. It didn't start out as hate. It came from frustration. And then the thing started to get scared of him because his reaction to just he wanted it to learn and develop, but he wanted it to learn and develop on his time. Right? I'm telling you, this shit, I felt like I was like at church. You know what I mean? He wanted to learn and develop on his time. And when it wasn't learning and develop on his time, he would be frustrated with it. So then when he take his frustrations out, the thing ain't processing as like it's frustrated because it ain't learning. It's just like looking at him as a scary like man or whatever, right? And it just goes to show you that sometimes that development shit, it takes time, you know. And eventually, I ain't gonna get into it, but it's good to watch because I can't. Eventually, the creature does learn, but it don't learn from Dr. Frankenstein. It learned from elsewhere, somebody else who was teaching with a little bit more patience and less expectation. So that shit was really, really good, man.
Yeah, I'm about to watch it, man. I started to watch it, but I fell asleep though, man.
Yeah, it's good though. All right, it's a couple. I wanted to talk about Nas and Legend Has It and the Big L album and all the albums that dropped, I wanted Aaron to be here. Aaron has some stuff he wanted to say about Relentless. I'm gonna just say this. My pick of the week is a book. It's called The Culture Code by Daniel Coyle. Good book. I gave it a 4. I gave it a 4 because I think once or twice I was lost, but for the most part, this was a banging book, man. It's about impacting cultures and the power of like connection and people. I would say the Google story really helped. It was a Las Vegas story in there that really helped. The Pixar story was dope. It's a story about Navy SEALs and why they carry logs. Actually, the story about the inception of the Navy SEALs is in there too, like where the training even came from, why it's so old and why it don't get updated. And it's just about teams and like how to build winning teams. And it's giving you like so many different perspectives. One of the things I'll say from the book, I don't want to say too much. It's a lot of secret sauce in that book. But one of the things I say in there is, it talks about like making things stick, right? So it talks about like most of these winning organizations have catchphrases and more than one. You know, they got things that they say. And I'm not really a catchphrase dude, so I might have to develop that kind of language. And I have a couple, like I got my pillars and I got my philosophy, but I might have to work more on more catchphrases. But it's talk about like, you know, day 1, day 2, you go in a place and you like, what, like where in the world am I? Like, why are they doing all this corny catchphrase stuff? And then by like day 10, day 11, you realizing that this catchphrase is a part of this place and you feel like it now. You saying it too and you're a part of it. And it was saying like a lot of these businesses and companies that's super successful have that in their culture. That's just one of the things from that book. It's a whole lot there. Really good book, man. The Culture Code by Daniel Coyle. 4 out of 5.
Good shit, man. I'm gonna have to look that one up too, man. You know, some of these books you talking about leadership and teams and all that stuff, man. I be getting on them, man.
Yeah, these shit.
Look that one up, though.
Yeah, they good, man. Somebody shouted us out because of they read Relentless. And hey, shout out to you for reading the book. Somebody definitely shouted us out. So.
Good shit, man. Well, bro, 5 years, man. 5 years, brother. You know,
5, bro.
I'm looking forward to the next 5. Looking forward to after every podcast, I'm going to say, Mississippi, stand up.